What's up guys, this is your favorite fanfic YouTuber, the Fanfic Majesty, and welcome to another amazing video. You can follow me on Patreon for exclusive stories. 7DN87. Am I not a teacher of Admiral? Impossible, absolutely impossible, seek full order. Advertisement, number 2 rocks. Ha ha ha, hello, did you see that? Garp was played around by Ren. He thought Ren was teaching them how to read, and secretly taught them Haki and Physical Skills 3. Number 1 Whitebeard. I guess Garp's expression must be very exciting now. He has always boasted that he is the teacher of the 3 admirals, but in the end, the master is indeed the master, but it is only the master on the surface. This guy Ren is the real one teacher. Zephyr number 1. That's right, judging from the present, whether it's the mental health problems of the two, or the truly systematic learning, or Ren's better work. But Garp can't be blamed. Garp did pay for justice in those years a lot of close black lens bracket. Number 1 rocks. Not only that, but judging from the status of the two, they have already regarded Ren as an idol. I think this is the real reason why they embarked on the marine road later. I don't know what the sun god Luffy is, but these two, judging from the current video, Garp's role is definitely not as great as that of Ren. Open black lens bracket number 2 Zephyr. I have to say that Ren's way of educating people is really outstanding, close black lens bracket. Let Zephyr, who has trained almost the entire marine officer, say so. Everyone can feel the weight of it more and more. Open black lens bracket number 2 Redhead. I thought training 3 admirals would be Garp's highlight moment, but I didn't expect it to be the execution time, close black lens bracket. Number 2 Golden Lion. I really want to see Garp's expression at this moment. Sengoku, take a look and tell us about it. Seeing this barrage, number 1 Sengoku couldn't help but look at Garp beside him. Garp also looked over, and their eyes met for a while. Sengoku was very embarrassed. D Sengoku, what are you looking at? What are you trying to say? Garp said angrily. He admitted that Ren pointed out the future direction for the two at this time. It's a lot of effort, but my subsequent efforts are not necessarily small. Ahem, it's nothing. In fact, Garp, think about it, this is not a bad thing. At least now the 5 elders will not suspect that you have taught Ace and them to oppose the world government since childhood. To a certain extent, you are considered a cleansing for the time being. Get rid of the disgust, number 1 Sengoku reluctantly explained with a smile on his face. D Sengoku, laugh if you want, ha ha ha. Garp, you old guy shows off every day, didn't expect you to have today. Ha ha ha. 11 male Sengoku can't hold back 10 times. Can't help but laugh out loud and start speeding. Look at Garp's transformed face now so wonderfully. And think about Garp's proud expression over the years, shown off when he catches himself. Sengoku only felt this breath, and he was instantly comfortable to the end. It's just this time, and I will pay a lot later, Garp retorted immediately. It's just that I don't have much confidence in my words. Am I really not Admiral's teacher? Impossible, absolutely impossible? Garp can't believe it. Yes. Regardless of whether it is true or not, at this moment Sengoku feels that his comfort is the most important thing. In the fast forwarding of video number 2, Sabo and Ace are from 6 to 10 years old. Basically repeating my life when I was 6 years old. Fight with beasts, fight with gangsters, keep saving money, hoping to go to sea one day. In the past few years, Garp has also come back many times. And Ace also mustered up the courage to ask other people several times. Ask, if One Piece has blood alive, what will happen then? And all the people who are asked have only one answer. That is, the blood of One Piece, just living is a crime, it should be executed mercilessly. Oftentimes like this, Ace will be furious and fight with the opponent. But this can't calm the hostility in Ace's heart at all. It also deepened Ace's dislike of Roger, and doubts about whether I should continue to live. Faced with this situation, Garp couldn't do anything more. Just to encourage him, this kind of thing can only be known by living. Garp is right to do this, after all, no matter what, people have to live. Only then can we see the future. As long as there are more detailed psychological problems, Garp himself doesn't understand. In other words, not many people in this world know about it. On the other hand, in the number 1 world, in the same time period. However, it is very different from world number 2. Garp was on vacation for a week because of the tense situation in New World. Had to rush back to New World. He wanted to call Ren away, but Ren said he was a civil servant. As long as you can receive documents, it doesn't matter where you work. This leaves Garp speechless, because it is what it is. Although Garp was very worried, he could only work. Ace didn't let his mouth slip. Advertisement then set sail in haste. Before leaving, Ace asked a question that surprised Garp. Grandpa, can the real Marine carry out justice to the end? Of course. Garp answered the question without thinking. Because it means that Ace may have a chance to get on the right track in the future. This made Garp a little ecstatic. If Ace can take the marine road and show enough justice. Even if I leave this old face and go to the Holy Land to save Ace, there should still be hope. But if Ace takes the path of pirates, that is a threat that cannot be underestimated for the world government. It will definitely be removed by all means. Ace can have this idea himself. Garp is very relieved. Open black lens bracket number 1 Whitebeard. Looking at Garp in the video, he probably thought it was the Iron Fist education he loved these days, which made Ace develop a love for marine, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket number 1 Garp. Close black lens bracket. Don't say it, don't say it. Even Garp looks at himself in the video. I couldn't bear the joy on my face. I was a little ashamed. Obviously it is Ren credit, but at the time, he acted like it was his own. So awkward, shameful. Since Garp left, Ren has become more and more blatant about training the two. Ren doesn't just teach duojutsu and haki. At the same time, it also taught them some strategies against the enemy. Open black lens bracket number 2 rocks. Is there a reason why this guy has such a thorough understanding of haki? Can it help him grasp this invisible and intangible history more intuitively? Close black lens bracket. Number 2 Golden Lion. Although I knew that these two guys would be Marine Admiral in the future, I didn't expect how long it took to master the two-color haki. You must know that Ren didn't stay in the Windmill village all the time, but only occasionally came to the Windmill village. It's outrageous. Number 2 Kaido. I wondered for a while whether it was because of their good qualifications, or because Ren is really good at teaching people. Open black lens bracket number 2 Silver Axe. Obviously both. Close black lens bracket open black lens bracket number 2 Kid. I just tried the haki method that Ren taught Ace and the others, and I seem to have really cultivated it. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket number 2 Sengoku. What? Close black lens bracket open black lens bracket and number 1. Is it true? Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket number 1 Whitebeard. Could it be that the haki he researched later is still popular? Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket number 1 Sengoku. Immediately find a rear admiral with good strength but not yet mastered haki to practice. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket number 2 Dragon. If this haki method can really be popularized, I am afraid that the number of medium and strong people in the sea will increase by leaps and bounds in the future. Close black lens bracket. At this moment, the powerhouses of the two worlds were extremely shocked. In fact, among the big powers, they basically have their own training methods for haki. They are all finished by top-notch powerhouses, but there are very few people who can learn haki. Or the learning cycle is very long. It takes a long time to find out. Even if it's Nine Snake Island, this is a place where basically everyone knows a little haki. Many people also start practicing from a young age, and only when they grow up can they master a little haki. Their understanding of haki cannot be compared with what Ren just taught. What's even more amazing is that Ren just finished explaining on the front foot. Someone actually tried it on the spot, and it succeeded. To be able to learn so quickly, except that one's own constitution has reached a certain standard. It can also respond to a question immediately, that is according to Ren haki training method. Mastering will be faster. Open black lens bracket number 2 Doberman Vice Admiral. Becca Rear Admiral successfully mastered armament haki according to Ren haki practice method. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket number 1 and number 2 Marco. Daddy, we also used Ren method just now. How many people in the pirate group also learned armament haki? Close black lens bracket. Number 1 and number 2 Rocks. Damn it, if our pirate group had such an efficient way to master haki back then, the strength of the middle level backbone crew would have doubled. Number 2 Sengoku. This is an extremely precious practice method, don't let it out. Someone must have lost focus and memorized all the steps just now. Open black lens bracket number 2 Apu. Damn it, I didn't pay attention to his teaching just now. I'd like to pay a lot of money to buy it. I'm in Sabo, waiting for a deal. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket number 2 Aokiji. So you haven't really escaped from Sabo yet. Close black lens bracket. Advertisement open black lens bracket number 2 Golden Lion. Good guy. This guy Ren is really a super monster. This guy teaches lessons, from video to video, and this will affect the pattern of many forces in the entire world. Close black lens bracket. Number 2 Whitebeard. Among the powers, apart from the confrontation between the top powerhouses, the ones that can most determine the outcome of a war are the middle-level powerhouses. If there are more powerhouses at this level, they can even feed back the power of the top powerhouses. In the battle, whether it is making up the knife or causing the enemy to suffer huge losses quickly, it will be of great help to the battle situation. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket number 1 Golden Lion. This is not the scariest thing. The scariest thing is that he is the pioneer of this method. If he has cultivated an army by himself over the years, then, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket Ren. Please don't spread rumors, don't believe rumors, close black lens bracket. Ren now has the heart to kill number 1 Golden Lion. No wonder everyone says that the person who knows you best is sometimes your enemy. Golden Lion regards itself as the greatest imaginary enemy rear. Many things are well guessed. Open black lens bracket empty number 1. Ren, there was such a good idea before, why didn't you see you promoted in Marine or World Government? Close black lens bracket. Ren will know when he sees this barrage. This must have been the 5 elders hinting at Kong. Kong is now the commander-in-chief of the armed forces. Want to be an empty-handed wolf again, but what is the use of this? Time is running out for the world government, and in recent years, I have improved a stronger haki cultivation method. What was done more than 10 years ago is already outdated. So Ren expressed his loyalty generously. Open black lens bracket Ren. The main reason is that I want to wait until the time is ripe, and then report this together with Che Gong, and strive to make further progress on the road. Close black lens bracket. Seeing this barrage, the 5 elders quickly understood. It turned out that he was waiting for this opportunity. Too bad they didn't realize this before. Number 1 Venus. I think the timing is right now. In fact, the highest authority has long planned to let you take the position of CPO Inspector. In addition to the White Town, you also have protection. Thanks to the public, we just discussed and unanimously decided to appoint you as CPO Chief Inspector to supervise the world on behalf of the highest authority. Open black lens bracket number 1 rocks. Cunning old thing. It is obvious that he wants to tie Brother Ren to his chariot. If you say that White Town has credit, it will obviously destroy you. It's a good thing for you guys, you can just open your mouth and say anything. Open black lens bracket Ren. Thank you Lord 5 Elders for your cultivation, thanks to the superiors for their trust. Mine belongs to the world government, close black lens bracket.
No. 1 Akainu. Congratulations to my brother for being promoted to CPO Chief Inspector. Number 1 Kazaru. Congratulations to my brother for being promoted to CPO Chief Inspector.
Number 1 Ace. Congratulations to Ren Sang-rong for being promoted to CPO Chief Inspector. Number 1 Sabo. Congratulations to Ren Sang-rong for being promoted to CPO Chief Inspector.
Open black lens bracket no. 1 Luffy. Huh, the CPO Inspector. Won't even Mr. Sengoku's salary be supervised from now on. Close black lens bracket.
Open black lens bracket number 1 Sengoku. Close black lens bracket. The episode of Jin, Li Jiao, Shang hasn't happened yet. Video 1 is still playing. In just 1 year, the strength of Ace and Sabo has been greatly improved. In C Circle Calendar 1507, Sabo found Ren and told him, Ren-san, I feel that I am very strong now, and I want to try to change the kingdom of Goa. What do you think? When you say that, you have already made a decision in your heart, just follow your inner thoughts and do it. Yes, I see, Ren thought it was just a joke. Until C Circle Calendar 1509, when Ren came to Windmill Village again. Ace and Sabo come to the port to receive themselves as usual. The first sentence he spoke caused Ren to feel momentary stunned. Ren-san, we have secretly captured the entire kingdom of Goa, and we are currently supporting a puppet. I feel that the shovel. It is easy to get rid of noble opponents, but then, we don't know what to do. What do you think we should do? Can we really change this national celebration? You said, you have already won the kingdom of Goa. Ren thought he had heard wrong the first time. That's right, it's the method that Ren-san said about taking the emperor. The old king is dying, and we pushed it. The prince has been bullied and conquered by us in the past 2 years. No matter what we say, he will listen to us. Just now we don't know what to do with those nobles, Ace also added. How about this? Let's take it down if you take it. How to manage it, you have to think about it. Ren was thinking.
But at this time, the number 1 video was the first to come to the C Circle calendar for 151 years.
A lot has happened this year. 7-year-old Luffy met Redhead, ate devil fruit by mistake, met Uda, and later met Ace and Sabo. 88. Changing the Goa Kingdom, the king who ascended the throne at the age of 9, seek full order. Advertisement, he will still govern the country. Isn't the chief inspector only responsible for supervising marine? Number 1 Sengoku expressed doubts. There is no denying that Ren ability is very strong. He was in the position of chief inspector before, although some are vegetarians. But judging from the Ohara incident, he is still very capable, but he is used to playing fish and being lazy.
But governing the country is not as simple as convincing some people.
Whether it is the comparison video of Akainu or Kazaru, or the comparison at this moment. None of them had ever seen Ren actually run a country.
You must know that governing a country is completely different from governing a chamber of commerce or an organization. Consider all kinds of complicated policies of a country. And the lives of people at all levels and nobles.
Whenever one level is not handled well enough, the whole country is likely to enter an era of chaos. Especially in the era of great pirates, people advocate force, and many nobles also support pirates. Once there is something unsatisfactory, a large-scale war may start at any time. Open black lens bracket number 2 rocks. Ren can't even govern a kingdom, can he? Close black lens bracket. Number 2 Cobra. It is not easy to govern a country well, but I think that a person who can put forward the idea of putting people first will definitely not make a difference in governing the country. Open black lens bracket number 2 King Liku. Yes, I also agree with Mr. Ren idea, close black lens bracket. Number 2 Kaido. Boring governance philosophy, the people should be just firewood for the superiors, when you need them, just burn your own value. The rule of force is the real law of survival, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket number 2 Aokiji. You guys are thinking about how to govern the country. I'm still thinking about how Sabo and Ace secretly control the kingdom. They're only 9 years old at this time, close black lens bracket. Although Ren taught them many lessons before, but besides there are big payoff moments. Most of the time, the video is in fast forward, otherwise it is impossible to play to the corresponding year so quickly. They still haven't seen many details. How is the strength of the nobles? Ren asked Ace Sabo. When supporting the second prince, we collided with several old families. They all have powerful pirates and bounty hunters, but we can still deal with it relatively easily, Ace said. This should have something to do with Vice Admiral Garp's frequent visits to East Blue these years, driving all the powerful pirates away. Sabo thought. 147. With the power in your hands, is there a way to suppress the full-scale riot of all nobles? Ren continued to ask. This seems not enough. Now many nobles actually have a lot of opinions about the second prince's ascension to the throne. It's just that we killed 2 big nobles a few days ago and temporarily stabilized the situation. but this kind of I don't know how long the situation will last. When it comes to killing people, Ace Sabo still looks a little unnatural. After all, no matter how powerful their talents are, they rarely kill anyone. A lot has been killed recently, because they aspire to be as powerful as Ren and able to carry out justice to the end. Did we screw something up? Sabo asked cautiously. That's not true. It is already a commendable courage to dare to try to fight against the darkness of such a broken human nature. Besides, I can be regarded as your big brother and master. If there are not enough people, I will transfer 2 teams to you first. Use it. There is no need to worry about strength. Yes. Hearing this, Ace Sabo straightened his body immediately. Sure enough, no matter what the problem is, as long as it is in the hands of Ren-san. It's no problem at all. As for the governance of the country, let's try what I said before. At that time, the Goa Kingdom was regarded as a test site. Anyway, this country is already rotten to the bone. No matter how hard you try, it should not be possible to make it worse, already. That is to say, the method of abolishing the aristocratic system, promoting capable people and strangers among the people, and paying attention to the interests of the bottom people? Yes, and you're going to go out on the bright side. But if I come to the light at this age, I am afraid that many citizens will not be convinced. After all, I am only 9 years old. Otherwise, Ren-san, you can be the king. No, this is your country. Besides, the Chief Inspector of Marine also expressly stipulates that he cannot become a nobleman of other countries. Although this is useless to me, you are a native of the Kingdom of Goa. As for age, it is indeed a problem. But it's just a small problem. As long as you can bring hope to the bottom people, bring a good life, and take care of their interests enough, even if you are a child, they will protect you out of their own interests. At the same time, this is also a difficulty and a choice you will face ahead of time if you want to change more countries. The moment you officially declare to be king, even if you don't suppress the nobles will try to kill you and replace you. But if you succeed, you may become the first king in the ages to be different. Ren also seemed interested. Some ideas and methods of governing the country will work or not. Maybe the only way to know is to try it. I will definitely protect Sabo, Ace said confidently. Hope to bring peace and tranquility to this world. Watching those who used to live in the garbage station slowly have a job and a future of their own. This makes Ace and Sabo very happy. Advertisement. Felt like I was doing the right thing. This is the first thing they do after taking control of the kingdom. That is to open up the garbage station, acknowledge that they are also residents of the Kingdom of Goa. Because they know that many people in the garbage dump are poor people. A victim of nobility and rule, after being used by others, it is thrown away like garbage.
It's natural to protect each other. Although the strength of the two of you is good, your potential has not been fully developed. You two come closer. I will stimulate your potential a little bit. It may hurt a little, but if you can get through it, you two will be much stronger.
Okay. The two didn't hesitate at all. Ren raised his palm with emerald green light. Wisps of light penetrated into Ace Sabo's body. Ace and Sabo cried out in pain. Green's light is stimulating the cellular potential of the two. Although there is a feeling of spoiling the seedlings. But as long as it is well controlled, it will not damage the cells and brain core. It will not damage their foundation, but will greatly help their own strength. Ren has mastered the living fruit for many years, and has already developed a new direction for this fruit. Don't be in a coma. If you are in a coma, your consciousness will enter a weak and extinguished state, and you won't be able to stimulate it, Ren reminded. Don't worry, we can still resist. After about half an hour, Ren's stimulation of their potential was complete. Both of them have strong willpower, and no one passed out. Potential stimulation great success. I feel my body is much lighter. Ace jumped in place and exclaimed. Me too, the strength of the fist is much stronger. I will try the dragon claw fist taught by Ren-sang, Sabo said. Armament Haki covered in dragon claws. With one claw, the ground hundreds of meters away from Fang Yuan was hit hard. Split like a spider web. With this move, everyone who was trapped in the video of the two worlds was shocked. Open black lens bracket number 2 Rouge. How'd I feel that this 9-year-old kid can kill me right now? Close black lens bracket. Number 2 German Rake. Many training scenes are fast-forwarded, and now I really understand their strength. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket number 2 Rocks. This monster can also directly improve human strength. Close black lens bracket. Number 2 Sengoku. This is not the ability to inspire fruits. Even if it is, the ability to inspire fruits is only a temporary improvement, and this is a permanent improvement. This is to pervert. Is there anything else he can't do? Close black lens bracket. But what made them even more dumbfounded was yet to come. You two, resist my conquerors and don't faint. I'll try to force your conqueror's haki out. Although the two of them don't quite understand what conqueror's haki is. But he did, when Ren unleashed the dreaded conqueror's haki. Ace saw. Dace. Bo and the two were immediately crushed to the ground by the invisible but terrifying conqueror's haki. Some can't move for a while. Ren-san's strength is so strong. I thought we had become very strong in the past few years. I didn't expect it to be so far away. However, we are workers who will not admit defeat. Boom. Finally Ace was squeezed out of conqueror's haki by Ren. And Sabo doesn't seem to have conqueror's haki. It may also be that this time it has not been inspired. Turn your conqueror's haki the same way I told you before against the illusion, and try to master it, Ren said to Ace. Yeah, but who should I choose? Ren-san, who is the strongest pirate in the sea right now? Whitebeard. Okay, then use him as the imaginary enemy. Okay, after all, if you want to become excellence Marine Admiral in the future, you have to write Japanese mustache battles to qualify. Ren can tell they want to be like him. Be a Marine, excellent and a real Marine with integrity. If Marine has darkness, they are willing to be a light chaser. To change it from the inside, I see, Whitebeard. Ace Sabo and Ace Sabo came to their senses. Number 1 Whitebeard. It turned out that Ace Admiral was the first to choose me as the illusion enemy. Open black lens bracket number 2 Whitebeard. Although it is an ace from another world, I still feel a little emotional when I look at it. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket number 2 Kaido. Being chosen by my future son as a false enemy, the other ace is very filial. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket number 2 Whitebeard. Do you mean to say, do you think Ace hasn't told me about your daughter? She is much more filial than me. Close black lens bracket. Advertisement open black lens bracket number 2 Yamato. I will not be filial to that stinky old man. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket number 2 Golden Lion. Doesn't look very smart. Close black lens bracket and after the strength of the two improved, it took a while. The 2 guards of the Iron's Chamber of Commerce. About 20 warships entered the kingdom of Goa in the name of merchants. This year, a 9-year-old new ruler was born. The domestic system has also begun to undergo drastic reforms. Abolish the aristocratic system in the kingdom, however, the nobles were not convicted. This is Sabo Ace's last chance for nobles. If they don't make trouble, with their current assets, they can live a good life for a few lifetimes. But how could the noblemen stand such an arrangement? Nobility is the honor of their ancestors for several generations.
For a time, the nobles in the entire kingdom were.
The civilians who didn't know at the beginning were also mobilized.
But then a new measure came from the king, but it directly pulled the bottom people to the king's side.
That is to beat the nobles and distribute the land to the lower class, so that they can have their fields. And it's a permanent gift, and publicize that all men are born equal, and bring down the exploiting nobles. Once these measures and actions are in place, the aristocrats suddenly happened, and the servants in the manor and the untouchables gradually looked at them differently.
Some smart nobles immediately understood how much this measure would affect their nobles. This is isolating their nobility. Even nobles, the armed forces under their hands are basically composed of civilians.
Although the oppressed civilians still don't know how powerful this system is. But the civilians under the various industries of the nobles have become a little passive and sabotage their work. The nobles realize that if this continues, the situation will only become more and more unfavorable. Many nobles sent killers to call the pirates they raised.
Start attacking the new King Sabo. But that's when the nobles find out.
The new king looks young, but his methods are not immature at all.
Disintegrated their wave after wave of assassinations, one noble after another was cleared out.
They realize that assassination is useless, and the aristocracy remains the same. Then unite many nobles and gather the armed forces under each command. Prepare to storm King Goa's palace head-on, before the result. There were actually many low-level soldiers who ran to the palace to report to the nobles. The plan was exposed, and the Iron's Chamber of Commerce also took the opportunity to take down all the rebellious nobles in one fell swoop. The world was decided in one fell swoop, and then the king distributed the land of the nobles to the common people. The common people who benefited immediately hugged their new king. It doesn't matter whether Sabo is the real and powerful king. Or a king supported by others, as long as it's good and good for them, he's a good king. The happiness of the people at the bottom has improved, and the GDP of the entire country has taken off as quickly as a rocket. Everyone is working harder because they can see the benefits. Now it is no longer working for the nobles, but working for yourself. Of course, it is still difficult to achieve complete equality. But as far as the current stage is concerned, the people's life happiness index is no longer comparable to before.
Many low-level talents also have more opportunities to succeed.
In just 1 year, the Goa Kingdom has not only stabilized. Its gross national product has also become the #1 in East Blue. But it was also in 1510, the year Sabo Ace turned 10. Celestial dragons, the nobles of the world, visit the kingdom of Goa.
And the changes in this country are seen by the powerhouses of the two worlds.
Especially the powerhouses in world number 2 were shocked. Open black lens bracket number 2 rocks. Damn it. This trick hits the nobility and divides the land. It is too vicious for people of the nobility level. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket number 2 golden lion. For the first time, I feel that those civilians are a little scary and crazy in this transformation. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket number 2 crane vice admiral. This is the first time he proposed the idea of governing the country. Why can he come up with so many just right laws alone? Thousands of them. Did Ren come up with it all? Close black lens bracket. 89. The redhead came to fool Luffy, and Garp was stolen. Seek full order. Advertisement open black lens bracket number 1 Sengoku. It was only a small rule of law, and the aristocratic system of a kingdom collapsed in an instant. The common people infiltrated all walks of life. This force, united, is so terrifying. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket number 1 Aokiji. However, the world government may not like this kind of people-based governance foundation. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket number 1 crane vice admiral. The world government doesn't care about these things. As long as a country can hand over the gold on time and does not openly oppose the rule of the world government, It is a qualified member country for the world government, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket number 2 Kaido. It seems that I should pay more attention to the domestic situation. These ordinary people who look like ants are so bad at the critical moment, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket number 1 Rocks. No surprise, even in a country dominated by the strong, the number of civilians is the largest, and many jobs, as long as there are some powerful people, will not lower their status to do it. This is doomed to all walks of life, and the common people, silhouettes. Close black lens bracket. Number 2 Whitebeard. Compared with these, it is the brain of Ren, who is even more amazing. One person can construct so many complete laws, not only without conflicts, but also to play a complementary role, which is comparable to that of Vegapunk, the man with the strongest mind in the world. Open black lens bracket number 2 Crane Vice Admiral. This metaphor is not an exaggeration, close black lens bracket. The powerhouses of the two worlds are more concerned about the survival of the kingdom. They were even more amazed at the amazing mind Ren showed during the event. The birth of the new kingdom and the abolition of the existence of false nobles will inevitably require a brand new order structure. Sabo Ace naturally doesn't understand these things. They came to Ren for advice, and Ren went overnight. Wrote thousands of large and small laws and industry norms. From the overall ideological structure of the country. And then extended to the norms of individual industries. This is simply beyond the imagination of ordinary people. It was as if he had lived in such a world himself. In fact, Ren did live in that world. Even if the world is still not perfect, at least there is enough food and drink, and everyone can have multiple ways of entertainment. Live and work these really did. Even if many people have complained about the lack of this aspect, that aspect is not good enough. But at least, they have a chance to complain. Unlike this era of pirates, sometimes people don't even know how they died. Not to mention living and working in peace and contentment, having enough food and drink and entertainment. Many common people just can't even eat enough to eat, and they are cornered. Take up arms and go out to sea to become a pirate. The stronger Ren's strength, the clearer the memory in his mind. And a naturally intelligent mind, able to follow the general framework of the previous world. Then construct a social form that suits the current situation. It's not a rote, and it will also be based on the latest situation in Goa Kingdom. Keep making adjustments later. Finally, a brand new Goa Kingdom was born. And when the Zimbabwe Kingdom was born, the number 2 video advances to the year 1510. See Circle Calendar in spring 1510, Windmill Village welcomes a group of special guests. The red hair pirates have come to this remote part of the Kingdom of Goa.
The redhead also carried a devil fruit. Before landing, he carefully opened it and looked at it.
A little girl with red and white hair saw this scene.
Ask Shanks if this is for her. Shanks' answer is, although you are my daughter, this is not for you.
From this story, we can know that the red-haired Shanks actually value this devil fruit very much. And this year Luffy was 7 years old, a brat in the village, and often frightened the village chief. But when he is taught by the village chief, he will bow his head and accept it.
But in a blink of an eye, he can pick up other people's fruits with a smile, and eat them with his mouth open, as if nothing happened.
It will also be energetic and fight with monkeys in the forest. And in the past few years, Garp educates naughty Luffy with an iron fist of love every time he returns to the village. Hope he becomes marine. But Luffy, who is stubborn by nature, doesn't listen at all. Even the more I listened, the less I cared, and I even gradually developed a resistance to marine. Number 2 Sengoku. Garp, is this how you educate your children? Just relying on saying that you want Luffy to become a marine, and then disobedient, just keep beating up. I don't ask you to have half the ability of Ren. At least you shouldn't. Is it such a rough and simple education method? Open black lens bracket number 2 Garp. Huh. Is there any problem with this? My father used to educate me like this. Didn't I become 10 highly under the iron fist education of love? Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket number 2 Rocks. Good guy, this is still the same education method as you guys, close black lens bracket. Number 2 Kaido. Violent education has always had good results. Open black lens bracket number 1 Sengoku. That also varies from person to person, not everyone is suitable, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket number 1 Garp. Ahem, that, I don't think there is any problem, close black lens bracket. Advertisement open black lens bracket number 1 Sengoku. Garp, I feel panicked when you say that, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket number 2 Golden Lion. I don't care about these things, I only care about how the redhead came to such a remote place as East Blue, and it's Garp's hometown, close black lens bracket. Number 2 Whitebeard. With the innate wit of the red-haired kid, he must have guessed something. He even brought a devil fruit in his hand. Before getting off the boat, he had to confirm again that it was not an ordinary devil fruit, maybe. I want to make Roger's blood less detours in the future, close black lens bracket. Rayleigh number 2. The captain didn't ask us to do this, but, after all, it's the captain's blood. I really want to watch him grow up, but he has no self-protection ability. After that, I really feel ashamed of the captain. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket number 2 Roger. Red Wolf. Close black lens bracket. Although Roger died, he was still extremely moved. Open black lens bracket number 2 Redhead. Well, I thought so at the beginning, but the plan still can't keep up with the changes, close black lens bracket. Now that everyone has guessed it, the redhead has nothing to hide. And it can be known from the previous comparison video of Sabo Future. My choice at the time was correct. Luffy became the One Piece. Video number 2 continues to advance. The Red Hair Pirates ship docks. Because this is a small village, most people have already run away when they see the pirates. Luffy, who is only 7 years old, looks at the ship like a stunned young man. Hey, are you the sea? Luffy asked, looking at the group of pirates. Yes. If you have any opinions, let us ask Captain Shanks' daughter, Ben Uda, to listen. Little Uda sat on the edge of the boat, looking at Luffy with a smile on his face. This is their first encounter. If you want to be a pirate, then get out. At this time, Luffy, although he didn't like being a marine, learned from everyone and Grandpa that pirates are dangerous people. What are you doing? Do you want to fight? Uda asked with interest. Come on, Uda, we're not here to fight. There's a very tricky sheriff in this village. The redhead stood up and said. Who are you? Luffy asked. My name is Shanks, and I'm the captain of this ship. If you dare to do strange things, I will not let you go, Luffy threatened. Got it. The redhead replied with a smile, giving Luffy an extra look. Then the Red Hair Pirates came to the only tavern in the village to eat, drink and have fun. Luffy followed and stared at them, but soon Luffy was overwhelmed by the joyous atmosphere between them. They sang freely, teasing each other's companions, their deep companionship, and their free attitude towards life. Luffy was immediately infected. He envied and longed for such a free life. For several days in a row, Luffy came to the tavern, because she was born with a unique personality charm and her own social compulsion. The Red Hair Pirates quickly fell in love with this kid who was not afraid of pirates, and clamored to go to sea with them to become a pirate. At first Uda didn't like Luffy, he thought he was careless and rough. But after some contests and competitions among children, such as singing, climbing mountains, etc., the two gradually recognized each other and regarded each other as friends. One day, Rizuru and others came back from the outside and shook their heads at the Red Hair. Boss, we searched all over the village, but we didn't know a girl named Anne, or a boy named Ace, Beckman said lightly, smoking a thin cigarette. Am I guessing wrong? Garp has returned to his hometown so many times over the years, making East Blue a place of plague that powerful pirates can't avoid. The redhead was slightly disappointed. More sad, does the captain have no blood left? I have been taken care of so much by the captain before. I couldn't do anything myself. Is there any child who is particularly powerful and outstanding? The redhead wondered if it was possible that Garp changed the name the captain had previously chosen. But it doesn't seem necessary, the only member of the Roger Pirates that Hang knows. Yes, Luffy. Luffy. Garp's grandson, although he has been clamoring to become a pirate, he is still too young. He doesn't know what a pirate is. Stay smiling. Although he is a little kid, every time he comes, he can make everyone happy. It's like, Captain Roger, should have known, otherwise we wouldn't have stopped us at the port before. Free will, not everyone has it, Luffy, it is indeed a good choice, but let's look again. Maybe we have missed something, the red hair smiled. I don't really care about it, it's best if I can find it. 0 for flowers. 0 if you can't find it, it's just a matter of chance. He will not deliberately pursue anything, if he is the son of Captain Roger, he must have free will. For Luffy, it looks similar, but it's not easy to judge. The most important thing is Garp's grandson, if he becomes a pirate. Advertisement Garp is big trouble, another few days have passed, and there is still no progress. Luffy comes to the tavern every day and has become the second red hair pirate's baby besides Uda. Luffy, who is born with social audacity, has shown a strong personality charm at a young age. Turn everyone into friends. This time he still begged the redhead to take him out to sea as a pirate. But after being teased by the red hair and others about the landlubber and being young, he coaxed him to drink juice to prove that he is indeed a child. Everyone roared with laughter. Furious Luffy sat next to the redhead. Suddenly something seems to be attracting Luffy in the dark. Luffy subconsciously looked towards a small box containing devil fruit. The red-haired eyes froze for a moment. The sun god Nika fruit has a characteristic, people who usually do not have free will. Once you've seen it, it's easy to miss it. This is why this devil fruit is so rare. And Luffy, now, seems attracted. Could it be the consciousness of Nika, the sun god, that was attracting him? Just think about it. In the meantime, Luffy angrily picked up the devil fruit and ate it. The red hair could have stopped it in an instant, but he discovered it in an instant. But it made the redhead hesitate again, and there was even a voice in his heart faintly reminding him. Perhaps, this is also a kind of letting nature take its course? When he fully recovered, Luffy had finished eating. The redhead was belatedly aware, and looked at Luffy in shock. It was also shocking that he didn't stop Luffy just now. Is this fate? The redhead can't help but think so. Then the rubber properties displayed by Luffy surprised Beckman and others. But what's even more surprising is that being so close, the head didn't stop Luffy from eating the devil fruit they had so hard to get. Not long after that, the bandit incident happened, after knowing that Luffy was insulted by bandits because they were in the tavern. Unhappy. I ran to trouble the bandits alone. The red hair pirates were also moved by Luffy's love and fearless will. The redhead also made a decision at this time, putting part of the future on Luffy. Although he is still young, his talent, character, and will are worthy of this devil fruit. He, Monkey D. Luffy, is their friend. After a fight with bandits, Luffy was taken hostage and fled to sea. Finally the redhead bets on an arm. Make Luffy more determined to become a free pirate. His arm is betting on the new era. because in the new era, more power is needed to make changes possible. World government is thriving now because it is too strong. On his own, in the future, the redhead finds it difficult to compete. After that, the red hair went out to sea again, but this time when he came back, Uda didn't follow him. The spirits of Beckman, Raziru and others also seemed very sluggish. It's not as fun as it used to be. Luffy asked what happened and the redhead just told Luffy that Uda is going to be a real musician. When saying goodbye again, the redhead left her precious straw hat with Luffy. We promise to meet again on the day he becomes Excellence Pirate. I will definitely become the One Piece. Open black lens bracket number 2 rocks. Garp's grandson, he was led on the road of pirates by this red-haired kid, close black lens bracket. Number 1 Sengoku. FK. Garp was stolen by redhead, his grandson is gone. Number 2 Kaido. Are you kidding me? Even 10 years ago, you were already famous all over the world, and such a small sea kings could bite off your arm. I don't dare to pretend you're red-haired. The plot of the original work has been omitted as much as possible, but the plot of the original work is necessary to have a comparison reference. The description is generally an important turning point in fate, and what should be written will be written. Try not to procrastinate, and a warm reminder, before Roger died, he reserved 2 names for his child. The daughter is called Anne, and the boy is called Ace. Ace has been living all this time. Living in the bandit's house, not in the village. Then I checked the timeline, only to find that a lot of things happened when Luffy was 7 years old. Uda, red hair, Ace, became brothers, God. The dragon people visit Goa, the dragon arrives in Goa, Sabo dies. Almost everything happens in this year, and Kuina dies. 90. The shock of the dragon, is this still the kingdom of Goa? The strongest comparison begins, seek full order. Advertisement open black lens bracket number 2 Golden Lion. In desperation, it's understandable that you only care about saving people and don't have time to mobilize your power, close black lens bracket. Number 2 Kaido. If you think you can understand it, you can understand it, anyway, I don't believe it. Number 2 Silver Axe. I don't believe it either, open black lens bracket and number 2. A guy like Redhead, even if he meets Garp in East Blue, he won't break an arm, close black lens bracket. Number 2 Capone Beige. That pirate known as Sig is so crazy, killed 56 red-haired guys. How ignorant and fearless.
No, 2 Apu. I would like to call him the strongest bandit king. After all, no matter what the reason is, he can force the red hair to lose an arm. This is an amazing record. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket no. 1 rocks. It's boring. If such ants dare to jump in front of me, I'll just crush them to death, and let them come to my head. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket Garp no. 2. Red hair, I am XX, beep beep, you wait for me, close black lens bracket. Garp finally knew how the red hair led Luffy to the pirate road. With the grace of an arm. Crafty redhead, my precious grandson, future Marine Admiral. Garp was heartbroken. At that time, he had just taught Luffy a lesson and went to the places where pirates gather in East Blue. When he came back, he found that Luffy had been clamoring to become the One Piece. After some understanding, I realized that Hongfa had been to Fengche village. And Luffy has been hanging out with them these days. That day Garp was so angry that he hammered several mountains. Later, Luffy was thrown into the house of bandit Dayton. Never allow redheads to fool Luffy again. Garp even suspects that the redhead mistook Luffy for Roger's son. And Dayton's family is in the deep mountains and old forests, basically isolated from the world. This should be a little safer. 277. But I didn't expect Luffy to be so determined at that time. It's too late. Video 2 is still in progress, after the red hair pirates left. Garp is back, finds out, and throws Luffy at the Dardans. The bond between Luffy, Ace, and Sabo is officially broken. At first, Ace despised this follower. But after Luffy was caught by Jamie Burr, he still didn't betray the 2 of them. The 3 became very good friends. They began to sworn brothers. During this time, the 3 of them played gangsters together, saved money, and encountered a strong man who had been defeated by Roger. Open black lens bracket no. 2 Sengoku. Garp, even this guy who was defeated by Roger is more like a teacher than you, close black lens bracket. Garp no. 2. Got it. No. 1. Number 2 Whitebeard. Gu la la la, what an enviable brotherhood. But the good times didn't last long, and the Sapphire Pirates behind Burr Jamie and the nobles in Sabo's family all started to act. In order to protect Luffy and Ace, Sabo followed the noble father back home. When Sabo returned home, he learned about it from his adopted younger brother Staley. Because the celestial dragons are coming to the kingdom of Goa. The Goa royal family is worried that the indeterminate terminus will become a stain on their country. So I plan to burn down the entire garbage dump before the celestial dragons come. Sabo was going to inform Luffy. On the way out, he saw those who knew what happened. But still smiling, nobles like ghosts. Some are still educating their children, teaching them that inferior people are like that and shouldn't exist in this world. Just like garbage, it can be incinerated at will. It turns out that so many aristocrats know and agree to burn these rubbish and the poor people living there. For the first time, Sabo felt that this country is so terrible, so dark. It's like falling into an ice cellar. When he ran to the gate of the terminal, Sabo was stopped by the guards at the gate, and there was nothing he could do. I can only look at the burning flames of Tongtian on the other side of the wall in despair. While kneeling and crying bitterly, he ran into the Revolutionary Army dragon. He cried bitterly and told the dragon the truth. Long was also greatly moved. Kingdom of Goya, have you pushed all the children to this point? At the moment, Ace and Luffy at the terminal clashed with the Sapphire Pirates on the burning mission. After Mr. Blue learned that he was played by the royal family, he was also a member of the burning. Crazy all of a sudden, and Ace faced a strong enemy and fought fiercely against Mr. Blue. In order to protect Luffy, the Conqueror's Haki broke out for the first time in his life and brought down most of the pirates. In the end, he won the battle with Mr. Blue, and escaped from the Sea of Flames under the last cover of Dayton. Afterwards, Sabo also learned that Ace, Luffy and the others were still alive. But Sabo knew that he could no longer stay with them. Otherwise, father will definitely pester Ace and the others. After leaving a letter to Ace, Sabo found a small boat and set sail to sea. Advertisement. But on the day of going to sea, I happened to meet a ship visited by celestial dragons. While at the port, the celestial dragons, who thought they were offended, bombarded it. Ace, Luffy and others mistakenly believed that Sabo is dead. But he was rescued by the dragon who happened to be in Goa Kingdom, but he lost his memory because of it. Open black lens bracket no. 1 rocks. As expected of nobles, they are really vicious. Before, I had some sympathy for the nobles of another world. I felt that the wealth accumulated by their ancestors for many years was divided up by the common people. It is a pity. Now it seems that these guys are crazier than us. My own people, if they say that the fire will burn them all, they will burn them all with fire. Close black lens bracket. Golden Lion no. 2. I didn't expect that this guy, Long, happened to be in the Goa Kingdom. Is it related to the visit of celestial dragons? Or after knowing that my child was led by the red hair to the pirate road, I was worried, so I came back to take a look. Close black lens bracket. No 2 rocks. Ace, this guy has shown his conqueror's aptitude at such a young age, but at the age of 20, he can't even retract freely. Newgate, you misunderstood my son. Open black lens bracket no. 2 Whitebeard. Close black lens bracket. The comparison is obviously Ace and the others, why does it feel like my face is hurting again? Stop scolding, stop scolding. Whitebeard looked helpless, it's not like he didn't know this. This time, no matter what, I can't die. Stay alive and get Ace out. Make every effort to cultivate Ace into the world's top powerhouse. Open black lens bracket no. 2 Smoker. The kingdom of Goa is well destroyed. Why do you keep such a kingdom that is so wasteful of human life? Do you keep it to harm people? Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket Garp no. 1. It's a good thing that such a tragedy didn't happen here. Close black lens bracket. No. 2 Iokiji. Indeed, at this time, Ace and the others are unable to do anything useful in the face of such a behemoth of a country. They can only survive. Even the future chief of staff of the Revolutionary Army can only choose to flee this country. But Ace Sabo from another world has already taken the Goa Kingdom into his own hands at this time, bringing the country into a new era. Is this the difference between having Ren and not having Ren? Open black lens bracket no. 1 Sabo. So in another world, I am so powerless. Close black lens bracket. Look at myself crying bitterly at that time. Sabo can feel another self, how desperate it was at that time. Luckily, neither Ace nor Sabo was out of weight at that time. If something happened, he couldn't imagine what kind of pain his other self would go through. It was right to choose to be someone like Ren-san in the first place. No. 1 Sabo clenched his fists because he thought of it. No. 2 Sengoku. At this time, Ace Sabo, although everything he did was excellent, but after all, it was just a trivial matter, and Ace Sabo in another world was not only powerful, but also truly changed the status of Goa Kingdom. Pattern. Amazing. Things Ace Sabo did when he was a kid. Even now, few powerhouses can do better than them. No 2 Kazaru. Within Koa, nobles, I strongly recommend Ren-san to stay in our world in the future. Let the real justice be carried out. Open black lens bracket no. 2 Smoker. Agreed. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket no. 2 Iokiji. Agreed. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket no. 2 Sabo. Agreed. Close black lens bracket. No. 2 Dragon. Agree. Open black lens bracket no. 2 Golden Lion. Agreed. What a fart. People from another world, please don't interfere with the affairs of our world. Close black lens bracket. Number 2 Kaido. Humph, you Marines can't do it by yourself, and you need help from other worlds, isn't it embarrassing? Open black lens bracket no. 2 Redhead. Don't stay here forever. Close black lens bracket. Pirate powerhouses look at Kazaru's proposal. They were a little uneasy. Really Ren is too perfect, because the next day. The sense of oppression virtually brought to many bounty offenders is too strong. They don't welcome this monster in their world. No 2 Kazaru. Pirates, are you afraid? This shows that it is correct to do so. Open black lens bracket no. 2 Fujitora. Are there really few clean places in this world? Pirates are dirty, and nobles are dirty too. Close black lens bracket. No 2 Akainu. The video of another world also came to the same time period. Video number 1. See Circle Calendar Spring 1510. Ren hasn't been here for a while. He doesn't have much time to come to Windmill Village. Come, That is, stay for 10 days and half a month. Instructing Ace Sabo's practice, even Luffy didn't meet a few times. The main reason is that Luffy was also young before. At 6 years old, not as precocious as Ace Sabo. And this year, Luffy is only 7 years old. Now he has become more naughty and energetic in the village. Ace and Sabo have moved to the palace. With better resources, don't worry about other things. You can concentrate on exercising your own strength. But the two still often go to the forest to compete who can hunt more animals. Not at all like a king, still like two wild boys. Unlike No. 2 Goa Kingdom, here is no longer lifeless. 0. Not so much oppression and exploitation either. People have happy smiles on their faces, and they are full of energy when they work. Everyone is complimenting the king. Advertisement. Every time I hear this kind of praise, I always feel a little ashamed. Because only he and Ace know. It is all due to Ren-san that the kingdom of Goa is today. Without Ren-san, it would be nice for them to be able to mix things up. How could it be possible to change the entire kingdom? Seeing this scene, many marine powerhouses in the second world are silent. Without comparison, many of them would also get used to the situation of the No. 2 Goa Kingdom nobles. After all, more than one country is like that, many countries have a situation similar to the kingdom of Goa. In contrast, the two same countries seem to be the difference between heaven and hell. But it is different from world number 2. The dragon came here a little earlier. He has received news over the years that the Marine Chief Inspector often goes to East Blue. He wants to continue to invite Ren to join the Revolutionary Army and become a partner of their Revolutionary Army. Of course, he also wanted to know what happened to the Kingdom of Goya. Is it getting worse, or better? This country, in the eyes of Long, needs to launch an armed revolution and occupy it. It is possible to really change, the ideas of the nobles are too old, too pedantic. They are also puppets of power. When the dragon took the tyrant bear, Ivankov boarded the Kingdom of Goa. But I was stunned by this vibrant country. Long sang, it's not that I doubt you, but are you really sure that the common people in this kingdom are oppressed by the nobles? Ivankov looked at the bustling street and laughed. Enthusiastic civilians. For the first time, I have doubts about the information that Long said. This trip, they also intend to be in this oppressed country. Sow the seeds of revolution, but judging from the current situation. Is this really necessary? It feels like they are having a good time. They have seen so many oppressed countries. As soon as you enter this country, go through the living conditions and mental state of the civilians. They can probably guess how exploitative and oppressive the country is. This doesn't look like an oppressed country at the moment. Could it be that the celestial dragons are coming, an illusion deliberately created by the people above? Shang asked blankly. I don't see much of it. Do you think the expressions of these people can be faked? Not like. Find someone to find out. Kid, what happened here recently? Why does everyone seem so happy? Long quickly saw two children playing at the end of the street. He went up and asked. Ace, I must win this hunt. I won't lose. Then you miscalculated. This time I have prepared a 0.0 new big move. As you said, you are prepared, but I am not. The two of you talk to each other without giving in to each other. Suddenly someone stopped them in front and asked them kindly. Are you outsiders? Sabo looked at the person who asked the question. He looked very familiar, as if he had seen it somewhere before. But I can't remember it for a while. Yes, may I ask what major events have happened in Goa Kingdom recently? Given the size of these children, if any major event happened, he should know, and at this age, vigilance should not be particularly high. So it is the best counselor. Of course a great event has happened, and it is a great event. In this country, there will no longer be nobles who exploit everyone. I heard someone wanted to know about the Kingdom of Goya. Sabo was immediately interested. This is the country that Ren-san changed, it is their pride. They want to share this joy with anyone who comes to this country. What do you mean? Long froze for a moment. Why are you so slow in responding? That is to say, there are no nobles in the Kingdom of Goa. Now everyone is equal, and the wealth and land of the nobles are also distributed to the common people. Even the king has changed now, Ace said proudly. There is a bit of pride in the words. But those who watch the video now can fully understand the pride. I even feel that Ace's expression is quite restrained. As Ace said, he gave Sabo a meaningful look. Sabo bowed his head in embarrassment. What? Dragon, Ivankov, and the tyrant couldn't help but exclaimed in unison. As the saying goes, laymen watch the fun. Experts watch the way. And they are the experts of the experts. 91. What do you want to do to my Yuta? Backquote Vigilant Redhead Shanks. Seek full order. Advertisement. Is the aristocratic system of the Kingdom of Goa gone? But the people are not caught in the dire straits of war. The wealth and lands of the nobles were also distributed to the common people. How is this possible? Even Long, who is used to seeing strong winds and waves, couldn't help blurting out. This is not the Goa royal family he knew. The Goa royal family can't do it either. The system of the whole country is closely related to the nobles. Not to mention cutting off the nobles, even if it is a little benefit. It will also affect the whole country, and an inevitable war will occur. But this country is so peaceful, my lord. He can't understand this. Ivankov and Tyrant Bear, too, are incomprehensible. Their revolutionary army has also changed the oppression of several kingdoms so far. Encourage the people to fight for themselves and successfully overthrow the tyranny. But often even if it is successful, the domestic economy will not be able to recover after several years. And it might be possible for the lower class to become nobles. There will be a drama where the dragon slayer eventually becomes a dragon. The aristocratic system will not be abolished, but you will become an aristocrat yourself. Caught in a new cycle. The king is easy to change, but the aristocracy lasts forever. The ironclad aristocratic system, the king of flowing water. This is the norm in the world. But the aristocratic system here has disappeared, but people live so happily. It is unimaginable. Sabo, that person seems to be a very famous wanted criminal. Ace looked at the dragon at this time, and whispered to Sabo. When Long heard this, he fell silent for a moment. This year, a little kid also knows himself. Could it be that during the past few days of sailing at sea, the world government has increased its bounty again? You're not talking nonsense, are you? Ivankov couldn't help but suddenly stepped forward and asked, a little unbelievable. I wonder if this kid is talking nonsense, maybe he doesn't understand it deeply enough. It's possible, being a child after all. Stop, Sabo suddenly said vigilantly. But Ivankov is emotional, how can he listen to a child? Dragon claw fist. Dragon's breath. Seeing this, Sabo stopped being polite and learned that they are the world's 30 most wanted criminals. He was already on guard, but now he is still approaching. Could it be that he is here to assassinate himself? Sabo condenses the dragon claw hands, and armament Haki covers it. The blow came out suddenly, and the speed was so fast that Ivankov's expression changed instantly. I didn't react at all, who would have thought that a 10-year-old child would suddenly turn into a dragon? Boom. With one heavy claw strike, Ivankov was instantly sent flying. He smashed several walls with his face. Ivankov, the dragon and the tyrant bear suddenly paled in shock. What's the situation? Ahem. I'm fine, but I probably lost half my life. What's going on with this, boy? Ivankov stood up from the rubble, coughing up blood, looked at the two of Sabo with a ghostly expression on their faces. I warned you not to get too close. Sabo put on a vigilant fighting stance. Kai Buzz. Ace also put on a fighting stance, both fists covered with armament Haki. Seeing this scene, the three of Long were stunned again. Two brats have actually mastered such a powerful harmony. Even Ivankov suffered a big loss when he couldn't touch the defense. And why did the moves I used just now look so familiar? Dragon, I'm not dreaming. Ivankov was a little stunned. Are you in pain? It hurts. As soon as Ivankov stood up, there was a blood-red mark on his body. What are you going to do when you come to this country? Ace asked sharply. After hitting that big-faced B***** D just now. This wanted man wearing a hood and cloak exudes a heart-throbbing aura. What should we do? Tyrant Bear looked at Ivankov sympathetically, and then looked at Long. What happened? Such a big commotion immediately alarmed the nearby guards. Let's leave first, so as not to cause too much disturbance. So as not to attract the attention of Marine and world government. But at this moment, the guards who rushed over saw Ace and Sabo. Immediately shouted excitedly. It's His Majesty the King, Your Majesty has been attacked. What? Dare to assassinate the King, Tien Dai assassin. Advertisement. Kill them. Protect Your Majesty. King of the Kingdom. Long and the other three stared at Sabo and the other dumbfounded again. Wait. East Blue. King. Policy. Dragon Claw Fist. Do you know Ren? Long finally realized something belatedly at this moment. You know Ren-san. Ace Sabat was surprised. Well, I've known you for many years. An enemy? Not really. Yes, no, are you trying to lie to us? Sabo asked warily. That's not true. Let's prove it a little bit. Storm. Dragon Claw Fist. The dragon stretched out a hand and formed the same dragon claw shape as Sabo just now. The reinforcements coming from all directions are just a wave away. A gust of wind in the form of a dragon swept across all the streets. The guards who rushed forward were instantly thrown out. This is Dragon Claw Fist. Sabo and Ace were stunned. Is it convenient to find a place to talk again? Don't worry, your guards are fine. It seems that you really know Ren-san, and you know the same moves, so you shouldn't be an enemy. Sabo remembers Ren saying that he learned this kung fu from a friend secretly. Although he is useless by himself, it suits him. Not only because of his good metacarpal bones, but because this attacker Duan Yi is quite unique. The user needs to have a sharp mind and be able to find the weak point in the battle. It is a fighting technique that kills with one blow and hits the weak point. Afterwards, several people found a place to sit down and communicate. Long and other talents thoroughly understood the country. Ren-san, you really have amazing talents. Just a little bit of action is enough to break the existing old age system in the world and create a fairy tale utopia. Long said in amazement after understanding it. Yeah, mentioned about praising Ren. Sabo and Ace are very active. But, the last time we met, didn't you still fight? Tyrant Shang asked. That's for others to see. Open black lens bracket number 1 Saturn. Ren, did you play with dragons before? Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket Ren. I suspect that the dragon has misunderstood me. We have never faked fighting. I really want to catch him, but you also know that my strength. No, how cunning the dragon is. He said that purely to shorten the distance with Ace and Sabo. Open black lens bracket no. 1 Sengoku. Sly Dragon. Close black lens bracket. Learned that Rosinante was rescued indirectly by Ren. So at times like this, Sengoku felt the need to stand up and support Ren. Anyway, he is a civil servant, and catching wanted criminals is not within the scope of his main duties. Number 1 Saturn. I meet you next time, I hope to work harder. This kind of painless problem, reminding is enough. Ren. Of course. Dragon, Ace, Sabo are chatting. At this moment, in Windmill Village, the ship of red hair pirates has also arrived here for the first time. Luffy, still 7, shows up at the port to question the redhead. Everything that happened afterwards was basically the same as in the number 2 video. The red hair pirates temporarily settled in the Makino Tavern. Then Luffy is attracted to them. And the redhead couldn't find anyone named Ace. Ace lives in the palace now, not in the Windmill village of Garp. They only come back once in a while, and the villagers don't remember them at all. Rouge was also taken to live in the palace. But in the palace, the ostensible Ace has no duties. He is more like Sabo's shadow now, protecting Sabo in secret. So when you ask who Ace is in Goa Kingdom, no one will know. After being teased in the tavern, Luffy ate the devil fruit angrily. Then came the pirate Sig incident. In order to save Luffy, the redhead was bitten off by the king of the sea. This is exactly what happened with video number 2. Seeing this, everyone gradually felt that they were not facing each other. No. 2 rocks. No, Garp's grandson has already been led to the road of pirates by the red hair first. Although the kid is still young, he looks like the kind of guy who admits death. Just like Garp. This when Ren didn't show up. Close black lens bracket. No to Kaido. It's really different from what I thought. I thought that Ren should have cut off his red hair and led Garp's grandson to the marine road first. Now the red hair took the lead. How did he get back later? Close black lens bracket. Number 1 Kaido. I didn't think about it that way, just a gentle reminder, you should have noticed that our redhead here also has a broken arm. Hawkeye no. 2. Indeed, I was used to watching it before, and I thought they were all people from parallel worlds, so I didn't think there was any problem with it, but with Ren intervention, this seemingly normal thing would become less serious normal. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket no. 1 Whitebeard. The sun god kid, was once led to the road of pirates. What a pity. According to the development of another world, he would become the king of pirates. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket Garp no. 2. How did things go that way? How did the other me and Ren pull Luffy back into marine? Close black lens bracket. No. 2 Garp feels unbelievable. At that time, Luffy's will was very firm, whether it was the iron fist of love, or throwing it to the Dayton family. Advertisement. Can't make him change his mind. So that when Luffy grew up, he really went out to sea and became a pirate. Open black lens bracket number 1 Luffy. It's not a pity at all, I'm the man who wants to be the marine king. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket no 2 Luffy. Idiot, One Piece is the most free. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket no. 1 Luffy. You are the idiot, One Piece can eat his own chicken legs alone, but if King Marine, others will let me eat all their chicken legs. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket no. 2 Luffy. Huh, is that so? Close black lens bracket. No. 2 Luffy was shocked. Luffy has never wanted to be a hero, and it's kind of like that. I feel that if I become a hero, I have to divide the chicken legs in half, selfless spirit, but he doesn't want to, he wants to eat by himself. But I didn't expect that when first became the Marine King, others would give me all the chicken legs. How much meat is there to eat? Open black lens bracket Ren. Sure enough, only Luffy can defeat Luffy, close black lens bracket. Looking at no. 1 Luffy, number 2 Luffy is speechless all of a sudden. Ren couldn't help but sigh with emotion. Video 1 is still in progress. A few days before the red hair pirates are ready to set sail. Ren, boat approached the Windmill village slowly. After a few months, N hangs the mission of Pilgrim Marine Base. Travel around the world. After carrying out the mission for so long, it's still a special flavor to come to the Windmill village once in a while. Ren, ship docked. He stretched and said, beside him, there is a pure and beautiful Ku Ketchun. Fair-skinned and beautiful, Nico Robin started to dress up in professional attire. This year, Nico Robin turned 18, the night he became an adult. I took the initiative to overthrow my own big inspector, tasted the forbidden fruit for the first time, and now I am in a sweet period. Hearing this, Robin couldn't help but cast a glance at Ryan. Do you have any misunderstandings about the mission? Don't you travel all over the world at public expense? I'll help you handle the little business you have. Ahem. Actually, I've worked very hard, but you didn't see it. You mean hard work? Do you mean queuing for half an hour in the food court to eat the special barbecue there? Or are you overwhelmed by the beauties throwing their arms around you? Slander. I've admitted to the former, but the latter must be slander, and they initiated it. You don't even know how hard I worked to avoid these troubles. Really? Of course. Then I can barely believe it, but someone should not forget that sometimes the one around you is the best. Huh, what do you mean? Nothing interesting. Robin turned his head to the side. Master Ren, the ship in the port seems to be the ship of the red hair pirates. Suddenly, a lookout looked at the recognizable ship, which had its sails furled, but still had a strange shape. Is it too late? But, that's what it is, just let it be. There are not many things that Ren can really care about now. Even the future One Piece and the like, for Ren, it is not necessary to interfere. Do you want to surround the island and capture the red-haired Shanks? The Marine Rear Admiral next to him hurriedly asked for instructions. What do you want to grab? I'm just the Marine Chief Inspector, not the Marine 3 Admiral. This guy fought Whitebeard some time ago. The two didn't decide the outcome. I may not be able to fight, as long as they don't provoke us. If you don't burn, kill and loot, then it has nothing to do with us. Clear. Ren and his party are still heading towards the Makino Tavern. The wine and orange juice there are always special. Yuta, stop, wait for me. Luffy chased after Yuta. Yuta shrugged off Luffy with ease. Suddenly, I saw a group of Marines walking towards the end of the road. His complexion changed slightly, 9-year-old Yuta, but he basically understands everything. I'm going to turn around and tell the redhead soon. But at this moment, Luffy was holding the building with one hand, his arm stretched, and when he let go, he flew out like a cannonball. Bang knocked Yuta to the ground. Knocked Yuta dizzy. Luffy even slammed into a boulder with a bang. Strange, why is it different from what I thought? Is this broken devil fruit? It's too difficult to control, damn it, Yuta, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. Luffy slipped down from the boulder. Although it didn't hurt, he still couldn't adapt to the changes in his new body just after eating devil fruit. Luffy, who knew he had made a mistake, lowered his head and admitted his mistake dejectedly. Ah, idiot Luffy. Yuta was speechless, clutching his injured knee. Children nowadays are in good spirits, but after playing, you must also pay attention to safety. Robin took a look and reminded gently. In Robin's eyes, this is the play between two common children, just like the play between children in the neighborhood, it can't be more normal. At this time, she also did not expect that one would be Garp's grandson, and the other would be a red-haired daughter. It's all right. Don't move, I'll treat you. Ren squatted down in front of the injured Yuta, his palms were filled with emerald green light. Hey, Yuta looked up at this gentle big brother, so handsome. She has never seen such a handsome big brother. Ren, stop, what are you doing to my Yuta? But at this moment, the redhead's vigilant voice suddenly sounded. 92. In world number 1, the red-haired daughter is led to. Please book in full. Advertisement. Hongfa is already 27 years old this year, even if his strength is not at its peak. It is almost the same, and a strong player like Beckman. Compared with the red hair, it is not weak at all, and the other players are also very strong. It is called by the Marine headquarters as the most balanced pirate group with iron walls and iron walls. When Ren approached the tavern gradually, the redhead felt the familiar and terrifying atmosphere. Without thinking too much, the redhead walked out of the tavern with Beckman and others. Seeing Ren squatting in front of Yuta, a father's protective desire was inspired to ultimate. Whether Ren is a good guy or a bad guy, the redhead is still not sure. Even seeing Ren many times on Roger's boat, he still can't see through this man. But regardless of good or bad, he is an extremely dangerous man. This is also one of the captain's evaluations of him. And not long ago, there was a piece of news circulating among the strong. That's the girl Ren grew up with, Nico Robin, who married him. Had a recent wedding and are currently on a honeymoon all over the world. It's worth it, although I don't want to use a villain to save a gentleman's belly. But as soon as he came out, he saw him squatting in front of Yuta. The image of a big devil bullying the little girl immediately popped up in the mind of the red-haired father. Shanks. Little Yuta looked at Shanks. I was hurt by Luffy just now, and the crystal tears are still rolling in my eyes. Didn't wipe it clean, the red hair immediately exploded when he saw it. The potential of the daughter slave is undoubtedly exposed. Let go of Yuta. The redhead drew his knife instantly. Redhead, why are you so nervous? Ren looked puzzled. As a marine, I didn't do anything to you pirates. Count them lucky. Do you still dare to draw your sword against yourself now? Even with Roger's kindness, and being so inflated, he must be taught a lesson. Avoid God. The red-haired conqueror's Haki slashed at him with a sword. Its moves are the same as the previous Roger. Be careful. Seeing this, Robin's face changed slightly, and he stepped forward to meet him. Stupid woman, just a redhead. Ren pulled Robin behind him. Then palm over conqueror's Haki. There was a loud bang, and the arc flame exploded the instant the two came into contact. The violent wind from the collision cracked the earth. Ren caught this top-level famous knife that is as famous as He Dao Yi with his bare hands. The energy of Conqueror's Haki on the knife exploded crazily. Ren pinched and closed with 5 fingers. All the running Haki were pushed back into the famous sword by Ren overbearing and savage. During this period, the fierce friction between two powerful energies. The environmental magnetic field around the two of them has been greatly changed. Lightning flickers all around the sky. Luffy, Yuta, as well as Reiziru and Marines are stunned at the moment. This is too strong. Didn't you say that he is the chief inspector of Marine, a civil servant? Why does it feel more like one of Marine's highest combat power? Usopp said in disbelief. Ren looked at the redhead without changing his face. The rumors say that you have been very active in the past few years, and it seems that it is not all false. Do you want to challenge me? What did you do to Yuta? The redhead keeps unleashing Conqueror's Haki. Why such a big reaction? Besides, what did you do to Luffy? Ren saw that he was not here to challenge himself. I was worried about Yuta's safety, and I was a little disappointed. With a strong shock, the red hair was directly pushed back 10 steps. Luffy's jaw almost dropped to the floor. In his mind, Shanks, who was supposed to be invincible and invincible. He was shocked back. Listening to Ren's words, Shanks fell silent for a moment. After all, he is still somewhat conniving, and even lured Luffy to the road of pirates. Now being met by Ren, it seems a bit hypocritical. Shanks, I'm fine. I was playing with Luffy just now. It was this kind big brother who helped me heal. Now I don't feel any pain at all. Yuta quickly reacted and said. That's it. This uncle didn't do strange things to you, did he? As soon as the red hair came out, the surrounding air suddenly felt cold. It seems that you have a bad opinion of me. I can't pretend that I didn't hear it. Ren, face turned black, and this B*********** D actually suspected that he liked little girls. This is Hong Guguo's slander. Even if it is Robin, I will wait until Robin grows up. To allow Robin to push down his own. To ruin his reputation like this, no matter what, he has to teach Hongfa a deeper lesson. Ren stretched out his hand to hold it, revealing the golden red Conqueror's Haki, which condensed into a long sword in the next second. A sword slashed at the red hair. Advertisement. Beckman. The redhead pushed Yuta to his partner Beckman. His face changed, he rushed to attack, and blocked the sword that wrapped Conquerors in flames. Blocked Ren no skill, only crushing blow. Boom. The whole street sank in an instant. The buildings on both sides were sinking and cracking. Several atmospheric cracks were cut around it. The red hair felt very strenuous. For a while, the body kept sinking against the ground. Can't counter-shock Ren's sword with vast power. Open black lens bracket no. 2 rocks. Conqueror's Haki can still be used like this. Not only materialized but even materialized. Never heard of Conqueror's Haki has such a form. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket no. 1 Sengoku. The red hair was suppressed in just 2 hits. Unbelievable. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket no. 2 Whitebeard. What an incredible monster. No wonder the pirates in another world are in such a difficult situation. Close black lens bracket. Captain. Seeing this, Beckman and the others wanted to help. Devil flowers bloom. As a result, Robin crossed his hands on his chest, and the flower fruit ability was activated. In front of Beckman and others, a giant palm covered with armament Haki appeared. Shoot straight at everyone. Beckman and others noticed the power of this giant palm. There is no first choice of hard resistance. Instead spread out. Open black lens bracket Robin. In another world, I am so powerful. Close black lens bracket. It is indeed powerful, just this blow is dozens of times stronger than the current Robin. Even the cadres of the red hair pirates chose to stay out of the way. Although Robin may not win. But it can make such a strong man temporarily avoid the edge. There are not many strong people in this world who can do it. Just when the subordinates on both sides were nervous and ready to attack. The bosses of both sides shouted at the same time. Don't make a move. Obviously, neither of them intends to let their subordinates participate in the battle. Don't want to cause other losses. It also means that the two do not want to fight to the end. Ren finds it troublesome, and the existence of red hair is of great use to him. In other words, this era needs more strong men. And the redhead is totally unsure of winning over Ren. Forget it, let's save some face for you today. Ren looked at Yuta and the others. With children around, it's really not easy to go too far. Withdraw the sword and turn into a horizontal kick. The red hair raised his sword to block again. There was a loud bang, but the whole person was directly swept away into the distant forest. The crowd in the back only saw patches of forest being flattened, and loud bangs came from inside. At this time, Nico Robin said 2 words that made many people's eyes widen. It's all right now, the whole village will not be short of wood this year. Is that the person with the face fruit ability that Ren mentioned? Even Ren-san wants to give him some face, it really is a very powerful ability. Quote ? Quote. Beckman and other partners heard a lot of question marks at the same time. When did the captain become a capable person? And what kind of fruit of face ability? They have never heard of it. Open black lens bracket no. 2 Stussy. Is this girl a bit dark-bellied? Or is she a little careless? At this time, the concern is not whose safety, but the village's annual timber. Close black lens bracket. Number 2 Kaido. That guy with the red hair is an ability user. Hiding so deeply. Number 1 and no. 2 Whitebeard. I don't know, I've never heard of it. No. 1. Number 2 Sengoku. Face fruit. The devil fruit illustrated book does not seem to have the ability of this fruit. Close black lens bracket. Saturn number 1 and no. 2. Red hair is a capable person. Could this be his trump card? Open black lens bracket Rayleigh no. 2. Maybe you can see it soon. Close black lens bracket. The video was playing, and everyone thought that the two would fight fiercely. But in fact no, this battle was not fought to the end. About 10 minutes later, the two came out of the forest. The red hair was a little embarrassed, but Ryan was still spotless. Captain, it's okay, go back and continue drinking. The red-haired said with a blank expression. But Beckman, who knows redheads well, knows. The boss probably suffered a lot this time. But the other party really wants to keep their words. They really have an ability user that helps to transfer quickly. Robin, remember to file a reimbursement report later, saying that we encountered red hair pirates in East Blue and accidentally damaged some public property. I was seriously injured, so I applied for a serious injury subsidy by the way. Advertisement. Ren looked at Robin and said. It's just when this is said here. The redhead immediately cast a resentful look at Ren. Seriously injured. Bah, he has the face to say that. The others also looked weird. Only Robin is used to it. Seriously injured. How much do you want to write? The heavier the better, so that the above will not be stuck for reimbursement. I see. Brother Ren, where are you hurt? Didn't you see it? Is it inside? Luffy saw Ren and asked straightforwardly. Although he was still young, Luffy remembers that Ren often appeared with his grandfather. But it was what the adults said at that time, he doesn't remember much. Just remember that he is older than me, so he has to be called uncle or big brother. Number 1 Sengoku. Broken, Robin was taken over by Ren. He used to be such a shrewd, capable, fair and impartial inspector general. Now he doesn't even persuade Ren to restrain himself. Open black lens bracket no. 2 Kizaru. Ren-san knows how to get reimbursed. It turns out that hiding one's own strength has this advantage. It's also, if the strength is too strong, if you say you're injured, sometimes the higher-ups won't believe it. 1. Open black lens bracket no. 2 Sengoku. Kizaru, don't use your brains. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket no. 2 Kizaru. Sengoku-san. I am not a marine now. Close black lens bracket. 2 groups of people came to Makino's tavern one after another. The tavern was full in no time. Yuta holds a glass of juice and secretly looks at Ren. Not only because this big brother is the most handsome person she has ever seen. Also because he was very gentle just now. Not sure why Shanks was so nervous just now. Backquote don't look at him. The redhead was still very vigilant. But before he finished speaking, Ren looked over. The red hair feels a dull pain in the buttocks, just now. This guy kicked him several times. Maggie, not at Captain Rogers' time again. Why is his strength still so much stronger than his own? In the middle of this sentence, the red hair didn't go on. Broken arm, pretty careless. Ren said with a warm smile. Accidentally. The redhead explained perfunctorily. This matter should not be explained too much. But Luffy said everything. Shanks broke an arm because he saved me, woo woo, it's all because I'm too weak. Watch Luffy howl, another look at Ren with a meaningful smile on his lips. The redhead was too embarrassed, so he could only keep his head down and drink. Redheads have every reason to believe so. My little thoughts, in front of this man whom the captain calls, the big black hand. Not worth mentioning at all. No. 2 Whitebeard. Gu la la la. The red hair in the world over there is very different from the red hair who is strategizing and chic here. It looks more like a child who made a mistake and has a guilty conscience. No 2 rocks. Indeed, the difference between the two is a bit big. I think he will leave the tavern in embarrassment. Open black lens bracket no. 2 Garp. Redhead, you have today too, but it's a pity that it's still not fun. Seeing that redhead cares so much about his daughter, he lures Luffy to the pirates. If the daughter leads to Marine, just thinking about it makes Garp feel so good. Unfortunately, I can only think about it. Open black lens bracket redhead number 1. Shut up. Garp. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket Garp no. 2. Wait, you reacted so strongly. Could it be? No. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket no. 2 Golden Lion. But this doesn't seem to have much to do with the fate of Garp's grandson. Does it have any effect? Close black lens bracket. No. 2 Whitebeard. You really don't understand anything. Shiki, the redhead is now an idol to Garp's grandson. The power of an idol is beyond your imagination, like a god. The words are ordinary, but now this myth, some people can resist, and even show weakness to another person in a disguised form, which will have a great psychological impact on people who believe in idols. Close black lens bracket. Number 2 Sengoku. Yes, just now Luffy looked at Ren several times curiously, and kept asking, who won the battle in the forest just now? The number 1 video continues to advance. At the banquet, although the two sides are clearly divided, they sit on each side. But the atmosphere is still harmonious. Yuta found the opportunity, stood on the table and sang a few songs. But because of the presence of Ren and others, the redhead dare not completely relax and enjoy. Instead, use Haki to resist the charm of Yuta's singing, so as not to fall asleep directly. It deserves to be called a beautiful voice from another dimension. By the way, I have a good song. Little Yuta, can you sing it? I can hum it to you first. Quote. Listen to this wonderful singing. Ren also misses that world a little bit. You can also write lyrics and compose music. The redhead looked at Ren in astonishment as if he had discovered a new world. Not only was the redhead surprised, but the strong man 2 worlds ago was also suddenly aroused curiosity. Does this Ren know music? Can he really know everything? Big brother, can you sing too? Yuta's eyes lit up immediately. 93. The turning point of Luffy's fate. The eruption after imperceptible influence. Seek full order. Advertisement. Outside the long pavilion, by the side of the ancient road, the green grass stretches to the sky, the evening wind blows the willow flute, the sound of the willow flute is lingering, the mountain outside the sunset, the end of the sky, the corner of the sea, half of the friends are scattered, and a pot of dirty wine is full of joy. Yuta based on the lyrics that Ren hummed just now, and then brewed a feeling. And after understanding the meaning of the words again. Soon a song that perfectly combines literature and music. It was sung a cappella by Yuta's ethereal, perfect voice. Even without any accompaniment. Even if Yuta is young. Even the beauty of literature, not everyone can understand. But a kind of sincere emotion, profound artistic conception, and long tune instantly conquered everyone's heart. People are indulging in the beautiful singing voice and perfect song meaning. A quiet and cool atmosphere permeates everyone's soul, accompanied by beautiful parting sorrow. And Lisang, in this sea, is the most worth tasting old wine. Every berthing at the port is a kind of gathering. Every sail is a farewell. Every traveler in the sea has experienced parting again and again. At this moment, this emotion is perfectly drawn out. But this kind of parting is not only sadness, but also hope, and yearning. For a time, everyone was drunk. Ren also indulged in this familiar and beautiful parting emotion. He closed his eyes and enjoyed the wonderful music. Enjoying the faint sorrow of parting, the thoughts of mixed feelings. This resonated with countless yuzu. Old taverns, vintage wine, pirates, marine, musicians. Inside the small tavern, it looks like a colorful and wonderful world at this moment. It is also a rare famous painting. After so many years, countless people still cannot forget this scene. At this moment, little Yuta, with his wonderful singing voice, has almost conquered people in both worlds. Turn countless people into your fans. After singing a song, even Yuta himself was immersed in the beautiful artistic conception of the lyrics. This song has gone through many eras of golden songs in the world of Ren. Still has extraordinary status. Every time it sounds, it always makes people feel mixed. Here, it is even more refreshing and shocking. After the song, many people didn't speak, they were all immersed in the beautiful aftertaste of parting sorrow and the desolate beauty constructed by a few short words. And Yuta's eyes were brighter than ever before, staring at the handsome man who seemed to be asleep, enjoying the beautiful singing. He is amazing. 530. She has never been exposed to a song that can touch people's hearts so much. Captain, I miss you. Rayleigh of Sabayati Archipelago silently picked up the wine in his hand and drank it down. Even Kaido and Rox, who always loved to play against Marine. It's rare that he didn't open his mouth to ridicule. They also had someone who cared. People who cared also left. Are separated, that is, on a different road. No one starts out alone, everyone has their own story. Open black lens bracket no. 2 Brook. It's really a beautiful song, a masterpiece that makes people tremble, close black lens bracket. Brook, a member of the famous Rumba music pirate group, gave a high evaluation. Open black lens bracket no. 2 Luffy. It's so good to listen to, I really want to listen to it again, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket no. 1 Sengoku. I didn't expect Ren to have such an amazing talent in music. In this world, there is nothing you can't do, close black lens bracket. No. 1. Number 2 Whitebeard. What amazing talents God has given Ren. Open black lens bracket no. 2 Morgans. The song is good, the voice is good, the two are perfectly integrated, even if there are cover singers in the future, it is almost impossible to surpass the current peak moment, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket no. 2 Smoker. It's really a heart-touching singing voice, it's enough to soothe the hostility of countless people, close black lens bracket. Asleep. Robin was slightly surprised to see Ren sleeping on his lap. We won't bother you, we have to make preparations for sailing in the next few days. After the red hair and others came back to their senses. Farewell to Robin et al. No good reason was found previously. Now Ren is asleep, a good chance. Yuta, let's go. The red-haired reminded Yuta, seeing that Yuta was still reluctant. Here we come, Yuta replied, and in the next few days. Yuta always comes to Ren intentionally or unintentionally. The redhead tried to stop it, but it didn't do much. And Yuta just asked for advice on some songs. After seeing that Ren has that kind of talent, the redhead also had to be convinced and didn't stop it anymore. This is also an extremely rare growth opportunity for Yuta. Advertisement. Brother Ren, I am the man who is going to be the One Piece. Luffy often said this in front of Ren these days. Pretty good. Ren didn't say it was bad. So Luffy also thinks that the elder brother Ren is a very good person. No to Kaido. I can't understand this. Doesn't this strengthen the idea that Garp's grandson will become the One Piece? Could it be that the one who led him to the Marine Road was not really Dafa Ren this time? Garp no. 1. I remember that after I went back this time, I educated Luffy well and told him to become an excellent Marine. Maybe my education played a role. Open black lens bracket no. 1 Sengoku. I see, it seems that we may have misunderstood, this time it may really have nothing to do with Ren, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket Garp no. 2. By the way, how do you teach, close black lens bracket? No 1 Garp. Of course it is with my sincere wish and the iron fist of love. Garp no. 2. Then I'll be on Ren's side this time. Open black lens bracket no 1 Garp. Another jerk me, what do you mean, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket no. 2 Garp. It's not interesting, you did it, I did it too, it's useless, close black lens bracket. No 1 Garp. Impossible, I remember that Luffy accepted it very quickly. Barrage is arguing, Yuta is asking Ren for advice. Ren big brother, do you have any other songs? Of course, I won't ask you for nothing. I understand the rules of trading in the sea. You see, this is a very rare gem. It was given to me by Shanks, can I have a song for you? Little Yuta is very sensible and lively. Surrounding Ren all the time, it makes Ren feel like he has an extra daughter. No. 1 Beckman. Captain, that thing seems to be your 8th birthday present for Yuta, and it was hard to get it. Close black lens bracket. Redhead no. 1. Damn Ren, she still said she didn't kidnap my little bird tower. She should have continued to live in Alisia back then. There is no need to exchange, your singing voice will not bury them, if you want, I will tell you. But I have a lot of songs here, it depends on what you want, inspirational, rock, lyrical, or relaxed style. Hey, so many. Then I want to. Yuta, let's go play. Luffy looked bored because no one was playing with him. Go and play by yourself first. Yuta was completely immersed in the ocean of music at this time. Seeing Ren in the video is good at all styles of songs. Moreover, each capital is quite outstanding, and many of them can be called phenomenal. People from both worlds were dumbfounded. Open black lens bracket no. 2 Brook. How do I feel that Mr. Ren owns a whole world with an inexhaustible supply of excellent songs? It's really amazing, it's a treasure of mankind. After a few days, Ryan and Yuta became good friends. Ren can hear familiar music here in Yuta. That is a kind of spiritual enjoyment. But such days are basically fast-forwarded in the video. Bystanders cannot fully understand. Soon it will be time for the red hair pirates to set sail. Ren sent off, and the red hair was a little overwhelming. It's not a good thing for you, the dignified Marine Chief Inspector, to send a pirate. I send Yuta, not you. Ren big brother, see you later. Little Yuta waved Xiaomin to Ren with a happy face. If you have time to contact the phone bug, you know the number. NGLA. Wait, just as the red hair turned his head and was about to leave. Ren stopped him alone. What's wrong? You may not have noticed, but I have to remind you that Yuta's ability is very amazing. He is a devil fruit who is not weaker than the sun god Nika. He has the power to destroy the world. When you arrive on an island where music prevails, remember, don't let she came into contact with Legendary's demon chapter. How do you know this? The redhead was taken aback. Read more, hang out less. Red hair. I'll keep an eye out. The redhead finally took note. Open black lens bracket no. 2 Rocks. The power to destroy the world, the girl's ability. Isn't it just a person with the ability to sing songs? Close black lens bracket. Roger no. 1. The ability is even better than that of ancient weapon. However, not all people with singing fruit ability can reach that level, but besides devil fruit, this girl's musical talent is also unparalleled in the world. If it's her, I'm afraid I can really establish some contact with the human consciousness, the ancient demon king of song. Ren, you guy, surely knows everything. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket Ren. I don't know much, just a little bit. Close black lens bracket. Ren-san, I'm sorry, something has been delayed these few days. We took your friends to visit the kingdom of Goa. They said they want to learn your governance plan. Are you going to see? At this time, Sabo Ace ran away come over. Followed by 3 people wearing hooded cloak clothes. It's the dragon, Ivankov, the tyrant bear. When the dragon passed by Luffy, he glanced at Luffy out of the corner of his eye. But there is no recognition, what he did is very dangerous. The less people know their family members, the safer they are. Ace, Sabo, you are here. Ren greeted with a smile. Aye Ace. The redhead was about to step onto the boat. The raised footsteps froze all of a sudden. Then he turned his head and looked at the 2 children running behind him. It looks like the captain of a ship. The name fits too. Really the blood of the captain. But, devil fruit has been eaten by Luffy. Is this life? Redhead's heart was extremely complicated for a while. Advertisement. But things have come to this, and it can only be resigned. Dragon. Then the red hair also recognized the dragon of the Revolutionary Army. Red hair. Long also saw the young and powerful man among the pirates. You are indeed a dangerous person. The redhead took a deep look at Ren, and then set sail. It's as if you're not dangerous. Ren said speechlessly. A person who will kill one of the 4 emperors in a few years and ascend to the throne of the new 4 emperors is ashamed to say that he is dangerous. Don't join the Revolutionary Army. Don't join the Revolutionary Army. Don't join the Revolutionary Army. You can go back. It's been so many years, Long sang, just let me go. Every time he meets himself, he will only do one thing, that is to invite himself. Join the Revolutionary Army. Ren-san, haven't you seen enough of the dark side of the world government over the years? What happened in the White Town a few years ago, and the destruction of the Gullet Kingdom, have you seen enough of it? Everyone should know the truth. There is no future in the world government. People like you are destined to change the world, come with us. But Long still couldn't help but invite. Please Ren, you are still very weak, and you will suffer losses by following you, I will not do it today. The 2 fought with each other, but in the end neither could convince the other. Ren chose to dismantle the world government from within. Make sure that your own interests will not be threatened by anyone. But this kind of thing, before you are fully prepared. It is impossible for him to tell others that the risk is too great. Dragon may not slip up. But what if someone around you has a problem? If I remember correctly, Tyrant Bear is about to become an undercover agent. Time to be completely remodeled, memories to be seen and whatnot. Bad for yourself. But the dragon wants to be tough and brave, but his strength is not enough. No matter what, the Revolutionary Army will always welcome Mr. Ren. Long Jian was still not convinced this time. He was not discouraged, and continued to be treated for medical treatment in Fengche village. This is the man that even the leaders admire. He looks so young. Is he a capable person? Ivankov and Tyrant Shang also looked at Ren curiously. By the way, Ace Sabo, Luffy will be your younger brother in the future. His strength is too weak. Train him well. If you want to become the One Piece King, this strength is not enough. One Piece. Hearing this, Ace Sabo suddenly showed a smile that made Luffy feel a bit later. They all clenched their fists. There was a sound of bones rattling. This is for them who aspire to be a mighty marine like Ren. But a provocation. What are you guys doing? Little Luffy suddenly felt bad. Train yourself well, don't you want to become stronger? Don't you want to be the Pirate King? I think. Then let's start today. Okay. Let's go. A few days later, Makino Tavern. Don't recognize each other? Ren asked. What I did was dangerous. Then you still pull me. It's different. Is there anything else to do this time? I wanted to see the current situation of the Kingdom of Goa, and I was eyeing the ship where the Celestial Dragons were this time, hoping to get some money, but I didn't expect the Kingdom of Goa to change drastically. Lei. Un sang, you are a great person, changing things should not be limited to just one kingdom. Can't talk properly. Sorry, I get agitated easily if I'm not careful. Long sighed. Ivankov and Tyrant Bear looked at the leader in disbelief. The usually calm leader lost his composure frequently after seeing this man. And even the important matter of focusing on celestial dragons, he even told the Marine Chief Inspector. Isn't this just in case? What about the celestial dragons? Don't do it in Goa Kingdom, just don't bring me trouble. No. 2 rocks. Hey, 5 elders, did you see that? He didn't take the safety of the celestial dragons into consideration at all, and he didn't even report it. Although he didn't join the revolutionary army, he followed. The relationship between dragons is obviously unusual. Can you bear this? At this time, 5 elders' complexion is also a bit ugly. But didn't say much, as long as Ren doesn't make 2 serious mistakes now, this is at best a dereliction of duty. At this time, they need the fighting strength of the Ren brothers. This is not good, and it should be swallowed or swallowed. No to Kaido. I know how this guy changed Garp's grandson, he used his peers to subtly influence Garp's grandson. And the first video is in Luffy being trained by Ace Sabo. Fast forward, maybe a month or so has passed. It's almost time for Ren to stay, and it's time to set sail again. A videophone bug from Little Yuta shatters Ren's peaceful life. It also completely changed the future destiny of Luffy. 94. The battle power of a super general. He is the real Demon King. Seek full order. Advertisement. The depth of emotion usually has nothing to do with time. Like Luffy, Sabo Ace. In just 1 month, they have become very good friends. Here at Ren, start getting feedback from the Ace translation. Luffy is still weak, naughty and disobedient. It became pretty good later, with strong willpower. Then he becomes a stupid younger brother. The 3 quickly became one, even though they had different dreams. But everyone is working hard on the road of chasing their dreams. It's just that Luffy occasionally has a little doubt. That is my 2 big brothers, both aspire to become the strongest marines and execute justice. But I am like a free pirate. Stupid Luffy, who said that being a marine is not free. As long as you are a senior official in the marine, you can take risks every day like Ren-san, and you will not be short of money. Every time you go to an island, it is very popular. Bring you food. Facing Luffy's dream of free pirates, Ace said so. Hey, is there anyone in the marine who delivers food? Luffy's little heart was shocked. This is completely different from what he knows about marine and being a hero. Look at Ren-san, isn't he free? Sabo added. Free. Aren't we free? Freedom. And people of Goa Kingdom, be good to you. Luffy remembers when Sabo and Ace were walking on the road of Goa Kingdom. How admiring all are. Praise them. Luffy was unnatural at first. Because he has been naughty since he was a child, he has always learned more lessons than Hall. First time at the center of so many compliments. He's very uncomfortable, even though it's not himself he's praising. But Luffy also lost herself in the praises. Acclimatized to this environment quickly. Hi everyone. Ahahaha. Hey, is this something for me to eat? Is it really possible? Many citizens spontaneously sent hearty food to the 3 brothers. The degree of love this generation of kings have suffered. Far beyond any generation. Luffy was flattered to see the food they handed to her eyes. In response to Luffy's doubts, people answered in the affirmative. But, I have promised the redhead to become excellence pirate. Luffy scratched his head in distress when facing Ace Sabo. Luffy, who is still young, is a little shaky in his heart. But for now, it's still on the side of the pirates. After all, Shanks lost an arm to save him. And I also want to have a partner like Shanks to go out to sea and adventure together. It would be even better if we can go to sea with Ace Sabo. But both Sabo and Ace will become excellent marines. In that case, we will not be able to sail together in the future. No. To Sengoku. If you were not sure before, then you can be sure now. Ren is really good at playing this hand, the subtle changes of his peers, even Luffy himself has not noticed that his thoughts have gradually shifted. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket no. 2 rocks. Isn't this a matter of course? After all, no matter how firm the will is, it will definitely be shaken under the washing of his peers day after day. No matter what he is just a 7-year-old child. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. No. 1 rocks. Just let Garp's grandson learn from the other 2 children. Not only can he become stronger, but also affect his thinking. The method is really amazing. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. Ren. Is there a possibility that I didn't have that much at the time? Close black lens bracket. Number 1 and no. 2 Golden Lion. I believe you a ghost. Since the death of Sabo in the second video, the video is basically fast forwarding. Once fast forward to Ace going out to sea, it basically connects with the highlight moments before Ace. In the past few years, Luffy and Ace have doubled down on training, even without Garp's one-on-one guidance. Their growth is not too slow. Of course, if it is compared with the number 1 world. That is completely incomparable to no. 1 Sabo and Ace in the same age group. The achievements are not comparable to those of Ace in the second world. Mentally more mature, even Luffy, who was followed by 2 people, is now much stronger than no. 2 Luffy. Nothing too special has happened to them over the years. The only time it plays at normal speed is when Garp comes home and educates them with an iron fist of love. But judging from Garp's helpless expression in the back, everyone also knows that Garp is resigned to his fate and resigned to his fate. No. 2 Sengoku. Garp, you want the children to be Marine's heart, but you are not strong enough and firm enough. As an old friend, Sengoku can immediately see Garp's confusion in the video. After many years of Marine career, Garp has gradually become unsure whether Marine is really righteous or not. Sengoku can understand how he feels. Sometimes even he feels this way. But what about feeling this way? He still can only make one decision after another that is full of rationality and does not contain personal feelings. Advertisement. Only in this way can order be maintained at sea. But video number 1 is not fast forwarding all the time, but many things happened. More than a month after the red-haired Shanks left Windmill village, Ren, who was about to leave, suddenly received a video phone bug from little Yuta. The phone bug's eyes projected an image. The content of the video is that everyone around little Yuta is asleep. She is in a luxurious hall with various musical instruments. The focus of Yuta's eyes is after dialing Ren video phone bug. She also lost herself and was controlled. Her whole body slowly floated in the air. A page of ancient sheet music flutters out, surrounding Yuta who has lost his will. An ancient, dark and mysterious power pervades from the score of destruction. Gradually wrap Yuta up. Seeing this scene, Ren's face changed slightly. What is the red-haired guy doing? Didn't you remind him that he should pay attention to Yuta's safety when he is on an island where music is prevalent? Really, a person who usually seems to be quite reliable, there will be times when you are so careless. Brother Ren, what's wrong with Yuta? Luffy, Ace, Sabo and the others looked bewildered. Luffy, who got along well with Yuta, asked worriedly. Although Yuta has always claimed to be her sister, Luffy is very unconvinced. But once there is real danger, Luffy is also very worried. It seems, letting nature take its course is not necessarily a good thing. Since you have the ability to change something, let's change it. Ren glanced at Luffy and regained his composure. Then picked up a phone bug and dialed a phone number. Master Ren, what's the matter? Umit, locate my ship. Come here now, don't worry about consumption, I will replenish your energy later. Understood. Umit did not hesitate. Umit, who is in North Blue, is holding a photo of a ship with his abilities. As the king of the sea, he activates the space transfer ability. A vortex suddenly appeared in the photo. Umit stepped in. The next moment, it appeared on Ren's ship. Who? Don't do it, my own, Master Ren called me. Umit said quickly. Luffy, come with me, we'll come back as soon as we go. Ren said, picking up Luffy's collar. After a few steps, he moved several kilometers in an instant, and returned to the ship in the port all at once. Lord Ren, Umit respectfully said, has Alisia been to the world's #1 music island? Ren asked bluntly. Go, take me there. Good, Umit doesn't need a photo this time. Instead, he used his full ability and opened a space channel. Ren walks in with Luffy in his arms. The next moment, they appeared in Huogong Tongtian's world music capital, Alisia. At this moment, it looks like a giant clown, with hands, feet, mouth and organs composed of musical instruments, a terrifying ancient song devil. Wrapped around Yuta, float in midair. A series of terrifying energy light waves and sound waves are continuously released in all aspects, destroying the entire island, like the arrival of the world-destroying Demon King. All the red-haired members rushed towards the giant clown devil with explosive strength. As a result, a terrifying sound wave rolled out, and the mountain was instantly wiped out and turned into ashes. All members were swept away by this terrifying force. Including the redhead himself is no exception. Saturn #1 and no. 2. Sure enough, the one with the red hair was the ancient demon king of songs, who has absorbed all human emotions and spirits for countless years, the chaotic and world-destroying lord, close black lens bracket. Such uncontrollable stuff. Not even the 5 elders like it. Damn it, is this thing that controls Yuta the ancient demon king that Ren said? It's obviously enough to be careful. This thing came to Yuta by itself. The redheads just gave Yuta a musician who is alone and here opportunity to communicate. It didn't take long for this accident to happen. Boss, we are not opponents. If this continues, the whole country will be destroyed. Beckman said with blood on his face, extremely heavy. No matter what, we must save Yuta. The red hair said, and he swung a terrifying sword, directly slashing at the ancient demon king. Superior. Beckman and Usopp and others also rushed up. Yuta is their daughter, she will never be allowed out of the group. Boom. But the sword that the red hair slashed out was blocked by the demon king of songs with his arm full of piano keys. With a sudden flick, the red hair flew out, piercing through several mountains in a row. This scene horrified countless powerhouses. Open black lens bracket no. 2 Moria. What the hell is this? The red-haired and the whole pirate group are no match at all. Close black lens bracket. No 2 Kaido. The redhead who is going all out at this time, his strength is not inferior to mine. But he is still helpless. Is it ancient weapon? 0 for flowers. Roger number 1 and no. 2. The ancient demon king of song summoned by the song fruit ability user. It has always existed in the spiritual will space, absorbing the negative emotions of human beings to grow. It will never really disappear. Once there is a song that meets the talent and conditions fruit ability user, it will charm the ability user to sing the music score of destruction, and summon itself out. Open black lens bracket no. 2 Whitebeard. This is what I mentioned before, does it have the power to destroy the world? Close black lens bracket. No. 2 Aokiji. Not weaker than the previous ancient weapon at all. Advertisement. Open black lens bracket no. 2 Akainu. With such a powerful force, it's no wonder that Alisia finally destroyed the country. Close black lens bracket. No. 1 Sengoku. Your music capital is destroyed. Open black lens bracket no. 2 Sengoku. Don't you have any? Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket no. 1 Sengoku. No, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket no. 2 Sengoku. Looks like he was saved by Ren again. That's great. Close black lens bracket. Envy has already been said too much. Number 2 Sengoku doesn't want to say it anymore. Who told them not to have Ren? Well, not right. Ren is not there. Right now, maybe the past cannot be changed. But the future can be. Just figure out a way to keep Ren in their Marine HQ, too. Let him also take the position of Chief Inspector. No, he is now the Chief Inspector of the CPU. This location, the 5 elders here, probably won't be given so easily. But if you give it, it may be one of your own. Everyone's attention is on the number 1 video. A space vortex suddenly appeared. Ren, Umit, and Luffy have appeared in this kingdom. Umit just fell down from exhaustion. Even if he is very powerful. You can control the space transfer ability like this. Crossing from East Blue to New World in one breath, I have completely overdrawn myself. Even if the overdraft of the body can be recovered quickly under the ability of Ren. But the overdraft of the spirit will take some time to recover slowly. But he has no doubts, nor any dissatisfaction. General when Master Ren needs to use his abilities. There must be something important. What is this? Luffy looked at the huge ancient demon king, and the aura emanating from it made Luffy instinctively feel uncomfortable, as if it was something that was cut off from freedom. A different kind of force. It could also be a confrontation between gods and demons. Unprecedented fear struck. Luffy's legs couldn't help shaking. He is a child after all. In the face of such monsters, let alone little Luffy. Even if it is a strong general, there will be a trace of fear growing. Luffy, Ren-san, why are you here? The red hair burst out of the gravel. Hearing Luffy's exclamation, he looked over subconsciously. Didn't I tell you to be more careful? Why are you still so careless? Ren gave the redhead a serious look. The redhead didn't dare to refute immediately, and couldn't refute, but was a little ashamed. Just like a child who made a mistake and was scolded. Block the aftermath. Don't let it ruin this country. At least I've been here a few times. It's a good place. The rest, leave it to me. Ren said to the redhead and others. Then stepped forward. In an instant, he came in front of the ancient devil king. I saw little Yuta wrapped in the arms of the demon king by energy. As soon as Ren appeared, countless keyboard arms swept towards Ren with a terrifying force that could knock a general into the air. Dare to be so arrogant with something that hasn't fully formed yet. Ren stepped forward. The terrifying Conqueror's Haki erupted like a volcano. The entire sky covered by dark energy is now covered with Conqueror's Haki of Ren Gold Red. The huge arm that hit the sky was instantly shattered. Ren then condenses a live Conqueror's Haki's energy lance. A sudden throw, with haste and destruction. With a puff shot, it went straight through the body of the ancient demon king. The ancient demon king suddenly let out a mournful howl. The redhead and others were stunned for a long time. With this shot, the demon king was hit hard. Put down that girl, and then dissipate by yourself, or, I will kill you. You are conscious, although you are crazy. Ren is releasing terrifying energy at this moment. Conqueror's Haki is like a tidal wave. The living fruit mobilizes every cell in his body. The surging power made all the elemental factors on the entire island come alive. The electric arc spread all over the sky, centering on Ren, spreading rapidly, covering the entire sky. A strong wind formed, and giant tornadoes connecting the sky and the earth guarded Ren one by one. Countless light elements are also active. On the sky, countless beams of light are formed. Aim at the ancient demon king. All kinds of elemental chaos are dominated by Ren will. The gods are in front of him, and at this moment he is only qualified to look up. No. 2 rocks. FK. This guy Ren is the real devil. 8. 95. Confer God in one fell swoop. Marine King or One Piece. Seek full order. Advertisement. No matter the contrast of Akainu before. Kizaru's contrast, and even Ace's highlight moment. Ren has shot, but basically they are short-lived. The strong of both worlds know the bottom line of Ren's strength. Never weaker than any of them. But I don't know the upper limit of Ren's strength. And this time, it was the moment when Ren showed his relatively complete strength. The Demon King who can't even take down the entire Red Hair Pirates. As soon as he made a move, he dealt a heavy blow. This blow is enough to make Ren a god. Become one of the legendary powerhouses of several ages. The various elemental visions and conqueror's haki that fill the sky. Through the video, they seem to be able to feel the vast, running terrifying energy zone. The powerhouses of the two worlds exploded in shock in an instant. Open black lens bracket no. 2 Whitebeard. As this his true strength. Even this kind of power that can compete with ancient weapon can be confronted head-on. Close black lens bracket. Number 1 and no. 2 Rocks. The ability of this living fruit is also pervert. I always thought it was mainly about healing and potential development. I didn't expect that all the elements in the sky are activated by his ability and controlled by him. This is the same as one person mastering multiple. What is the difference between natural abilities? Open black lens bracket no. 2 Blackbeard. What a perfect divine grade fruit. Close black lens bracket. No. 2 Blackbeard is desperate for Ren abilities at this moment. Open black lens bracket no. 2 Redhead. I thought he was already strong enough to pervert, but I didn't expect to be able to pervert again. Close black lens bracket. No. 1 Sengoku. Even in the battle, the Redhead was afraid of Yuta's safety and restrained some dangerous attack methods, but he went all out for sure. This also shows that Ren's single body combat power surpasses that of the general up, and not half a step, at least a big step. Close black lens bracket. No. 2 Sengoku. There is nothing wrong with it. Judging from his current strength, he definitely has the strength to kill a top powerhouse in a short period of time at 160. Even Garp can't do this. Close black lens bracket. Sengoku's final decision made the powerhouses of the two worlds silent for a moment. This is an irrefutable fact. Even the revived no. 2 Rocks did not speak again. He even doubted that he would be resurrected in World 1. But in the case of a one-on-one fight, you will be killed because of the probability. At this time, all the strong come to a conclusion. If it's an enemy, never run into Ren alone. At least 2 strong men of the same level must travel together. There is a greater guarantee in safety. Video number 1 continues to play. The ancient demon king suffered a heavy blow, and let out a terrifying and strange roar, bursts of sound rippling. Straight to the soul of a person. Let the red-haired and other strong people can't help their brains swell. Haki can't fully defend. The spear that penetrated its body was broken. The surging dark power instantly filled its wounds. Quickly recover. It seems very unconvinced. Ren pressed down with one hand. The elements all over the sky instantly boil and become active. Thunderbolts as thick as arms shot down. They pierced through the body of the ancient demon king. Nail it to the ground, and the lightning continued to output. The crackling lightning is extremely violent. The ancient demon king wanted to struggle out, but tens of thousands of light beams shot down from the sky. The ancient devil king instinctively raised multiple arms to block. Boom 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 boom. When it came into contact with the powerful beams of light, horrible big bangs sounded continuously. The material on it is very special and very hard. Not so easy to destroy. The aftermath of the explosion continues to spread outward. Hongfa and the others quickly cut off and blasted those attacks until they were exhausted. Otherwise, the aftermath alone would be enough to destroy the entire country. Boom boom boom. Beams all over the sky, more and more, denser and stronger. The arm of the ancient demon king was shot. In the next second, the entire body was shot like a hornet's nest. But every beam precisely avoided little Yuta. The redhead and the others looked at it in horror. Such meticulous power control, it's what they don't have. Otherwise, their attack just now could have been more ferocious. And Kizaru of the two worlds, watching this scene, can't help posting the same barrage. Advertisement. Number 1 Kizaru no. 2. I'm afraid I'm not a fake Flash man. No. 1. Number 2 Enel. Want to hide. It's too late. Wind prison. Ren pointed with both hands, and the whirlwind rising from the ground squeezed it from all around. Make it immovable, plus lightning that runs through the body. It's hard to shake, and Ren walks through the air. Wielding a longsword condensed by Conqueror's Haki. Facing the incoming sound waves, a mental storm attack. And terrifying energy beams, he slashed out without any skill. Everything is cut off, cut off. Getting closer to the ancient demon king step by step. The ancient demon king let out an uneasy roar. As if at this moment, Ren is the devil. And it's just a mob ravaged by the devil. Little by little, it was dismembered and chopped up by Ren. Feeling terrified, scared, but more still crazy. This kind of ravage may have appeared in other eras, and it has never felt it. I gave you a chance. If you are in a complete form and gather the power of the world, then you will be considered powerful. Now, it's only a little bit stronger than the grass alone. Along the way, Ren has regenerated many instrument-like limbs from the ancient demon king. Attack with terrifying power, but was cut to pieces by Ren, unable to stop Ren. Ren is approaching little Yuta. The ancient demon king is helpless. And listening to Ren, words, Yin Zhong and the 4 emperors were silent. Is this speaking in human language? What do you mean it is stronger than the general? The general is shameless. Boom. In the end, the head of the ancient demon king was chopped off by Ren. But it's not gone yet, trying to draw power from the manipulative Yuta. But it was very slow. Yuta was still young, and he didn't have a high level of ability development at all. In addition, Ren made a knife in the past, and it was still a knife without skill. Cut off the energy that controls Yuta. Yuta was picked up by Ren. As the main consciousness still crazy and chaotic. At this stage, there is no way to control you, otherwise it is a good force, so it doesn't make much sense. Disappear. Ren made a knife. Lightning, light beams, gusts of wind, earth elements, fire elements, these are instant riots. A collection of various elements to attack the ancient devil. There was a terrible scream. In an instant, it was smashed into dust-sized energy light, which completely dissipated in the air. Open black lens bracket number 1 rocks. This lunatic still intends to master that power. Close black lens bracket. No. 2 rocks. Don't really say it. If the thing is stronger and can be summoned at any time, it will be really scary. Open black lens bracket no. 1 golden lion. Fortunately, it didn't work, otherwise the days to come will be even more desperate. If that's the case, I feel like I can find a small island and live in seclusion to farm. Close black lens bracket. No. 1 number. 2 Sengoku. Isn't farming bad? Number 2 Kaido. Are you kidding me? It's hard to have a powerful force that surpasses all living beings. You let us farm. Close black lens bracket. Gordon no. 2. It turns out that Alisia in another world has not been destroyed. Open black lens bracket no. 2 Yuta. No, how could this happen? I destroyed Alisia. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket no. 2 Redhead. Yuta. Close black lens bracket. Gordon, what the hell is going on? No. 2 Yuta looked at his adoptive father Gordon in disbelief. This former king of Alisia. They now live in the ruins of Lycia. Gordon was also the only survivor in the country in that disaster. As you can see, it's not that your father doesn't love you, they just don't want you to bear the heavy shackles, and they don't want you to be wanted by the world government, so they announced to the world that they created Alisia, the tragic annihilation of the country. The actual truth is that when you were young, you were bewitched by the destruction of the music score and released the Demon King of Songs. The red hair and the others were unable to defeat it. In the end, it was because you were too weak to support the Demon King of Songs to continue to exist in the real world. It just disappeared, but at that time, Alisia had already been destroyed. Gordon saw that he couldn't hide the matter anymore. After being played by the video, he told Yuta the truth. How could this be? I hated them for so long. How could this be? Yuta couldn't help but burst into tears. Gordon just sighed. In some things, it is right to tell the truth, or to hide the truth. TTT. Video number 1. Yuta, are you okay? The red hair and others saw that Ren had saved Yuta. They couldn't help but ran over. Yuta woke up leisurely. It seems that something terrible just asked me to sing. I don't want to sing, it insists on me. I want to call someone, but I can't speak, I can only sing subconsciously, I can only dial calling Ren Big Brother's video phone bug. Ren Big Brother, you really came to save me. Advertisement. Because all this time, Yuta stayed on the same boat with the redheads. No need for phone bugs at all, so redmailing their phone bug numbers. They don't remember each other, after all, Yuta doesn't have a phone caller. I didn't think it was necessary before. But after this incident, the redhead felt that she had to get a phone bug for Yuta too, the most advanced one. It seems that many people have died. Ren-san. The redhead came over and said gratefully. I know, you guys make it up. Oh, no, you decide for yourself, but, the truth is sometimes cruel, but sometimes it's good for her, not necessarily good. 0 feet Ren handed Yuta to the redhead. Little Yuta looked at them blankly. After the meeting, I realized later that many places in the capital were ignited with flames. What happened? Did pirates attack Alisia? Brother Ren, what was that just now? Luffy also ran to Ren and asked. Did you feel anything just now? Ren asked Luffy. Yes, I feel like I hate that kind of thing. The god of liberation, and the demon king of chaos. It seems that it is not a coincidence, the sun god really has the characteristics of being able to fight against all chaos in the world. Ren said with emotion. If there is no Nika fruit, such a chaotic mental storm at such a close distance. Luffy can't stand it. Ren is verifying a conjecture, and is also leading Luffy to the path he wants Luffy to take. This is one of the sources of confusion. For thousands of years, it has been absorbing the negative emotions of human beings. I told Ace before, how devil fruit was born, did they tell you? Yes, Ace Sabo said that devil fruit was born from the strong desire of human beings. Luffy remembered this, because he is also demon fruit power. Yes, the strong desire of human beings will promote the birth of these devil fruits, but this is against the laws of nature. That's why they will be cast aside by the sea that represents the natural order. And the ancient demon king has gathered many negative and chaotic emotions of human beings from many ages, so every time it is summoned, it will only destroy this world. Logically speaking, Yuta is still young, so he shouldn't be able to communicate with this will so soon, but this time the accident still happened. Do you know why? I don't know. Because now the sea is chaotic, wars are raging, pirates are rampant, people's negative emotions are getting more and more crazy, and this will has been nourished invisibly, so it has become very It is powerful, and this is not its final perfect form. If one day the negative emotions in this world surge again, and the next time it comes out, it will be even stronger, maybe, all real. Destroy mankind, Ren said calmly. Then, Ace Sabo, Grandpa Makino, Big Brother Ren, Yuta. Will you all be dead by then? Luffy can always catch the question in one sentence sometimes. Little Luffy looked at Ren in horror. He is not afraid of being beaten up, nor is he afraid of anyone. But he is afraid of losing friends, losing relatives. Maybe. Ren also had a complicated look on his face. Even if his strength keeps improving, he has understood the truth of the world, the truth of world government. The more you understand, the less relaxed your heart will be. No, I don't want to do this. Luffy suddenly shouted loudly. He couldn't accept that result. This time, I almost lost my good friend Yuta. Even Shanks, they are dangerous. You have the power to change that, Ren said, looking seriously at Luffy. 2.7 inches. What am I going to do? Luffy clenched his fists and said. It depends on the existence you represent in the future. If in the eyes of the world, you are the embodiment of light and justice, then the more people believe in you, the happier people will be. With fewer and fewer negative emotions, this thing will not be able to become so powerful. If you are a representative of darkness and evil in the eyes of most people, the more famous you are in the world, the more people fear you. It will be more powerful, and those who can really understand you, by Jing. It's a minority. Most people will only follow the word of mouth of the world. To put it simply, do you want to be the One Piece or the Marine King? Which one can save everyone? King Marine. If it is the One Piece, even if Roger has done a lot of good deeds, his identity as a pirate makes him a representative of evil in the end. Identity and symbolic meaning. It's important to start every day. But, I promised Shanks, I will become a free and powerful pirate, and I will surpass them. Marine can also be very free, and surpassing him is actually very simple. Really? Of course, if you beat the redhead, you've surpassed him. It's enough to prove that you're more excellent than him. You're even stronger. Marine King. But in that way, don't you want to become a hero like Grandpa? I don't like Grandpa who is a hero. He doesn't have much time to accompany me, and he has to eat what he eats. Give it to others. As soon as Luffy said this, countless people felt sad. It turns out that a hero that the world thinks is not easy to be. I don't even have time to spend with my grandson. Now, how should Ren answer? 96. I will give you Nika fruit, but you still want to hit me. Garp is touched by Ren. Seek full order. Advertisement. Someone who had been critical of Garp before. After Luffy finished speaking, they all fell into deep thought. Many people, including Sengoku, complained that Garp didn't have enough time to educate Luffy. But ask yourself, except Garp doesn't force the kids to go the Marine way. Are there other reasons? Like, does Garp really have enough time to educate Luffy about them? Every time there is an emergency in New World. At that time, the first thing that comes to mind above is not Akainu Kizaru and others who just became Marine Admiral not long ago. It's Garp, the Marine hero who has made great achievements. Garp is more sophisticated and more familiar with the old monsters who do things. And the strong of the older generation, Sengoku became the Marshal, and Zephyr became the Marine Chief Instructor. Basically all out of the front line. Even sometimes Akainu, Aokiji Kizaru and others have trouble. Surrounded, etc., the only weapon Marine can use is Garp. Where did he get so much time to take care of his family? The son becomes a revolutionary army, and the grandson becomes a pirate. In his heart, he may be sadder than anyone else. Even so, he is still running at the forefront of Marine all year round. This is the price a hero needs to pay for his shackles. It is also the embodiment of justice in Marine's heart. Luffy doesn't say anything at this time. The world, Marines, pirates, seem to have gotten used to Garp's efforts. He often jokingly tells Sengoku to take time off work. Maybe it doesn't have to be all jokes in there. Sometimes, he really feels tired. It's just for fun, to say these things, to make myself feel better. Occasional holidays, not really holidays, just look at the strength of East Blue's pirates. Every time I go home, Garp, who looks like he is on vacation, is not idle. And his every move was watched by his grandson. It led Luffy to believe that Marine is serving others, and a hero is someone who prioritizes others. Not free enough. So under Garp's long-term teaching, Luffy not only did not recognize the Marine profession. Instead, he subconsciously resisted this profession. Because of this status, he is often alone. No. Two-Ace also asked him, why every time he bullies himself, he still has to follow him. Luffy said he was more afraid of being alone than 30 years ago. Open black lens bracket no. 1. Number 2 Garp. Luffy. Close black lens bracket. Both Garps had tears in their eyes at the moment. They don't know that Luffy thought that way when he was a kid. I feel like being a Marine takes away all of Grandpa's time. And as a grandfather, he never knew this. But in fact, even if you know it, so what? Could it be that there was a disturbance in the sea, and an order came from above? Can you still go to support? Can you stay at home with your children with peace of mind? He Garp can't. Many people who questioned Garp's justice before now look back and look at it again. Many find themselves not even half as good as Garp. At this moment, many people were watching Ren. Want to see how Ren answers Luffy's question. A strong hero, a qualified Marine. It is certainly impossible to be as free as a pirate. It must be bound by rules and regulations. Except for freaks like Ren who hide so deep, of course. You're not like your grandpa. Ren smiled. Luffy looked up at Ren suspiciously. Your grandpa has partners, but no brothers, and has gone on a different path, but you are different. You have Ace, you have Sabo, and if they become Marines with you, they can be heroes. You just need to be one the free Marine King will do. And don't forget, I'm still the Chief Inspector of Marine, probably for a long time. This position won't change much. I don't care about you. I'm in charge of you. You can do whatever you want. So that's it. Yes, yes. I still have Ace, Sabo, and Brother Ren. Ha 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 ha. Little Luffy punched his left palm with his right hand, suddenly realized. Open black lens bracket no. 2 Sengoku. That's it. I didn't expect that Sabo and Ace's goal is to become a free and powerful Marine. Sabo has an excellent commanding talent, Ace has an indomitable combat power, and there are 2 big brothers who can hold up half the sky of Marine. There is enough space for Luffy to do whatever he wants without suppressing Luffy's nature. Open black lens bracket no. 2 Aokiji. And there is a Marine Chief Inspector who has been working for many years, sometimes even Sengoku can't say anything, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket no. 1 Sengoku. Close black lens bracket. The former Marine headquarters, number 1 Sengoku thinks it is difficult to manage, it is a bit difficult to manage. Advertisement. Looks like the Garp family is on the gang, Ren Kazaru is on the gang. Well now, showdown. Feelings are like a family. It will be even harder to manage in the future. Even Garp was half an outsider at this point. After this battle, if all goes well, it's time for him to retire. No, no, even if this battle goes well, what will happen next? What happened to the World Government War? The suspicion of Garp can be ruled out at present. Ren is a bit sloppy and derelictional though. But it doesn't look like it's behind the scenes either. The Revolutionary Army invited Ren many times and promised to give him a high position, but Ren did not agree. If Ren really has the heart to oppose the world government, agree to the dragon's request, and join forces, the possibility of success will be even greater. Could it be that he is the mastermind behind everything? If you become the Marine King, you can share your grandfather's tasks, and your grandfather will have more time to accompany you in the future. Open black lens bracket no 1 Garp. Ren-san, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket no 2 Garp. Ren-san is so gentle, close black lens bracket. The 2 Garps were really moved when they heard this. This is the most correct way to guide Luffy. What a correct 3-point view. As expected of the Marine Chief Inspector. No, CPO Chief Inspector. Marine has such a high-ranking person, why not be happy? Don't. I have become a Marine official, I want to make my grandfather work overtime, I can only visit him, he can't visit me. Why? Ren was puzzled. He looks at me and wants to beat me. It's too scary, I'd better watch him. Luffy said with lingering fear. No. 1 Whitebeard. Ha ha ha, Garp, this is really your great-grandson. Although he doesn't like that you don't have time, he's even more afraid that you have time to beat him up. Let Garp work overtime. This can be done. Anyway, the same department in the future. Are you afraid you won't see it? Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket Garp no. 1. Wait, I've often failed my vacation application in recent years, did you mess it up? Luffy. Open black lens bracket no. 1 Luffy. I didn't. I secretly stamped you with Brother Ren's non-pass stamp. No, absolutely not. Close black lens bracket. No 1 Garp. Luffy. It seems that it has been a long time since I educated you with the iron fist of love. You swelled up after becoming Admiral. Open black lens bracket no. 1 Luffy. Didn't I say it all, didn't I? Close black lens bracket. Garp no. 1. I believe you a ghost. Number 1 and no. 2 Rocks. What a filial grandson. You can think about who you want to be in the future. Ren smiled at Luffy. He doesn't think he will lose. Why would 3 big brothers, Sabo Ace Ren, a grandpa, lose to you, a redhead? It doesn't make sense. Even if it doesn't work this time, Ren still has a plan to be CDE. I want to understand now, becoming the One Piece, maybe I am the only one who is free, but Ace, grandpa, they may die in the future, or they may become my enemy, I don't want that kind of future. I decided, I want to become the Marine King. Be the most powerful Marine. I want to surpass Shanks. I want to surpass Grandpa. Little Luffy doesn't wander around at all, he doesn't struggle anymore. He raised his arms and shouted, attracting the redhead's attention. Ren smiled too. Marine King Luffy, the future must be very interesting. Shanks, I'm sorry, but I decided not to be One Piece. Luffy yelled directly at Shanks. Shanks is thinking about how to explain what is happening to little Yuta. He wanted to hide it, but what Ren said made the redhead hesitate again. Sometimes self-righteousness is good for Yuta, but it's not. The redhead no longer dares to underestimate every advice Ren gave him. This time, it was because of a slight negligence. The result almost led to an irreparable tragedy. In other words, at this moment, Ren-san has already foreseen his plan. So just remind yourself. But I haven't figured out how to say it yet. I heard Luffy's shout. After hearing it clearly, the red hair and the others were stunned for a moment, some didn't react. Did you hear me wrong? Didn't Luffy always want to be a pirate? What was he shouting just now? Luffy, what are you talking about? I said, I decided not to be the pirate king. I want to be the marine king. I want to protect everyone. And I will surpass you. Shanks, don't let me cry when we meet next time. Hey hey. Luffy waved his small fist, fearlessly and confidently, and said arrogantly. Huh, the entire red hair pirates were stunned. The redhead had no idea what was going on. Advertisement. It's just that there is a kind of feeling in my heart when I do business, as if I have lost money. I gave you Nika fruit. You still want to hit me now. However, I will never forget your kindness. Luffy shouted again. Beckman was stunned by the little Luffy's words, and subconsciously looked at the redhead. Boss, is Luffy scared out of his wits? Why are you talking inconsistently? It's possible. Speaking of which, why did Ren bring Luffy to such a dangerous place? The redhead didn't understand either. Is it possible that this is not a danger to him? Reiziru replied. Shanks, what happened? Little Yuta looked at the crowd with some anxiety. At this time, Ren came over with Luffy. Have you finished making up the story? After finishing the story, let's start treating the wounded. Many people have been injured. Save people first, Yuta, I'll tell you what happened after saving people. Yuta also saw the uncle-aunts who warmly entertained him today, many of them were injured. Master Ren, I didn't expect you to be here. As soon as Ren entered the city, several people surrounded him. I'm Otto of White Town, head of Section 66. Well, let's organize manpower to gather the wounded. Seriously wounded, dying wounded, let me know first. Now that the matter is done, let's do the handoff work by the way. Umid also has to rest for a while before reactivating his ability. Yes, no. To Kaido. This guy's business is really all over the world. It seems that he has no ambitions, he has. If you are ambitious, the 5 elders will probably be restless. Ren is on the sidelines healing one seriously injured person after another. The redheads also joined the rescue. Even Yuta and Luffy are helping. But when a very small number of people see little Yuta, the face showed fear, because some people passed out in a coma. But the slow part of coma is knowing that something happened to Yuta at that time. Thinking of her devil fruit again, and thinking of this island's legendary about the score of destruction. They probably guessed the truth. Big brother Ren, did I cause this disaster? But I don't have the slightest memory for 617. Little Yuta and Luffy helped carry a patient to Ren for treatment. She stopped and asked Ren. Didn't Shanks tell you? No. But, I want to know the truth. Little Yuta looked at Ren seriously. If a person's behavior is not out of his own will, then it cannot be said that you did it, and you are also a victim. Ren is blunt. Little Yuta is 9 years old, and his mind is quite mature, but he is still very innocent. She didn't pass out at this time, from the reactions of others. I have realized that this may have something to do with myself. And Shanks didn't go one step further to explain. That is to say, Red Wolf, he threw this problem to himself. Whether it is trust or helplessness, Ren is not yet able to judge. It may also be that they couldn't bear to see little Yuta's expression after learning the truth. Are they really hurt because of me? Little Yuta was extremely sad, tears kept dripping, and his heart hurt. Don't be sad, look, because you called the video phone bug early, and I came before it caused much damage. And look at them, aren't they alive and kicking again? This is not you. My fault. That's right Yuta, although you were scary just now, but. Bang. Ren slapped Luffy on the head with his fist. This little guy is good at everything, but he is too straightforward. It hurts. Why does it hurt? Am I not a rubber man? Stupid Luffy. Seeing this, little Yuta burst into a smile, and his face looked much better. Don't think too much, just pay more attention in the future. With this accident, Shanks should be more careful. Thank you, little Yuta said sincerely. It's okay, you are just children, it's us adults who didn't do well enough to let you suffer these things. Ryan touched little Yuta's head. Little Yuta's heart was melted by Ren tenderness at this moment, and the tears became more violent. Subconsciously, he rubbed his head against Ren's palm. I want to touch my head too, Luffy said jealously. You're a man, and if you decide to become the Marine King, I'll have to start training you, it won't be easy. Just let the horse come here. And Ren's words immediately aroused everyone's curiosity. Everyone remembers that before Ren just made a move, he showed such an amazing way of practicing Haki. Saying that this time is obviously to start one-on-one guidance. Could they also learn something? And this year Luffy is 7 years old, and he can fight Whitebeard at the age of 14, although he hasn't even drawn yet. But that strength is quite remarkable. How did he manage to train Luffy to be so powerful in just 7 years? Even at the age of 17, Luffy could grow to the point where he could overwhelm the redhead. Might even win. 97. Journey to growth. Red hair, you dare to hit my grandson. Seek full order. Advertisement. Rocks no. 1. As this one of the major turning points in the fate of the future Marine Admiral who ate the Nika fruit. Although Ren officially intervened in the fate of Garp's grandson in Alisia, but when the red hair first came to Windmill village at that time, his mere existence affected him. I don't know if it was calculated or just a coincidence. Number 1 Rocks. He first shattered the undefeated myth of idols, reduced the weight of Shanks in Garp's grandson's heart, and let him get along with his peers, and quietly received the influence of the other 2 big brothers' thoughts, and the influence of the people around him. No. 1 Rocks. After the pre-layout is completed, he will use his most cherished relatives and brotherhood to inspire his guardian thoughts, let him hesitate, stop hesitating, and strengthen the true path, so that Shanks everything I did was just another person's wedding dress, and a divine-grade fruit was added in vain. Ren is still alive, and he is a huge threat to all those who try to conquer the world. Open black lens bracket no. 1 rocks. My suggestion is that Ren can't die, no pirate can really conquer 2 worlds, close black lens bracket. Look at the detailed and well-organized analysis of no. 1 rocks. Countless strong pirates looked dignified, because no. 1 rocks was right. Especially his ability to kill top experts in a short time. Put them under a lot of pressure. Ren is like a kind of mountain lying in front of them. Some are hard to shake. Open black lens bracket no. 2 rocks. It seems that only by getting the reward of this comparison video, can it be possible to defeat Ren, close black lens bracket. No 2 Kaido. This is the best way besides our cooperation. Open black lens bracket no. 1 golden lion. Don't forget, the video in the video was 10 years ago, and now Ren has even received a reward, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket and no. 1. Damn, this is even harder to deal with, close black lens bracket. The pressure of pirates in World 1 is much greater than that in World 2. After all, Ren is from World 1. Open black lens bracket Ren. If you are afraid, you can surrender now, and we Marine are willing to accept your surrender, close black lens bracket. Want to beat yourself by taking rewards? Then they will be even more desperate. I am the master of the contrast video system. The benefits they can get will only be multiplied by themselves. Open black lens bracket no. 1 golden lion. Stop dreaming, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket no. 1 whitebeard. Ren B asterisk 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 D, the tone is not small, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket number 1 ghost mother-in-law. We are pirates, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket Garp no. 1. I didn't expect that it was Ren who really led Luffy to the Marine Road. Not me, close black lens bracket. Number 1 Sengoku. Garp, don't be sad, you see the redhead is even worse off, he didn't get anything, and he took a fruit. Garp no. 2. That's cool, red hair, you deserve it. Want to kidnap and sell my Luffy. Haha, I lost a devil fruit when I failed. At this moment, the moods of the 2 Garp are completely different. If there is no comparison, number 2 Garp is definitely not as cool. When there was him in the comparison at the beginning. He thought that this time, it must be a public execution of himself. After all, myself in another world cultivated Marine 3 Admiral. And myself, it seems that I am doing nothing. But what I didn't expect was that the one who raised Marine 3 Admiral was not himself from another world. It's Ren, although it's still being compared. But as long as it's not being compared to another embarrassing self. He finds it acceptable. Anyway, Ren is so good, and I am not as good as him, isn't that justifiable? Not convinced. Then go and compare with him. See if it can be compared. And now I see that the red hair has lost Nika fruit. Haven't brought Luffy to the pirate way yet. No. 2 Garp is in a comfortable mood at the moment. Just like the dog days, a piece of ice cream will make you feel refreshed from the beginning to the end. And judging from the attitude of number 1 redhead before. Likely what else happened to his daughter with Ren? Was it kidnapped by Ren? Kidnapped grandson, daughter abducted. If so, Garp thinks this is a refreshing feeling. At least 10 times more. Open black lens bracket no. 2 Sengoku. Garp, are you an old fool? No matter how good the fate of another Luffy is, it is also a Luffy from another world, close black lens bracket. Number 2 Sengoku. A asterisk hole Sengoku, can't you make me happy for a while? Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket no. 2 Luffy. It turns out that this is how the other me embarked on the Marine Road. It looks pretty good too, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket Garp no. 2. Huh, Luffy, have you changed your mind yet? Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket no. 2 Luffy. No, hee, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket no. 2 Garp. I'll kill you. How dare you laugh? Close black lens bracket. Redhead number 2 watched quietly. Didn't expect to be in another world with Ren. Not only did I fail to lead Luffy into the pirate path. Advertisement. I also added a precious devil fruit for nothing. This is an enemy, but it's not all bad. This time, Alisia didn't destroy the country. Most of them survived. It's just, is it really good to let you to know the truth at such a young age? Ren flicked his ears casually. Watching the lively barrage is very interesting. At this time, a beautiful woman suddenly came to Ren with a plate full of food and drinks. Your Excellency Ren, this is a snack prepared for you. You are a guest from afar, how can you neglect it? Backquote. The one who spoke was Momoshiki, a Marine candidate. At this time, only people with this rank can move freely. Everything else is in its combat position. She was originally one of the backup team members secretly prepared by 5 elders. But Marine headquarters, Marine so much. She walked from the dark to the light, and no one would doubt her. She looked at Ren in admiration. Momoshiki. Akainu and Aokiji glanced at Momoshiki, quite surprised. Then they all looked at Sengoku. It's not good for such a move to appear on the battlefield. Good job, Momoshiki. It doesn't matter if it's a beauty trick. As long as Ren can stay with us and take up a job in Marine, all pirates in the world will have to restrain themselves. Sengoku number 2 thought so. Seeing that Sengoku didn't stop it, he secretly gave a thumbs up in agreement. They don't say anything anymore. At this time, video 2 is fast forwarding. During Ace Luffy's workout, Sabo was also rescued by the Revolutionary Army dragon. But because Sabo lost his memory, I don't know where to send it back. Amnesiac Sabo still remembers his own name, but when he mentions it, he wants to send him back. He instinctively produced a strong resistance reaction. After thinking about it, Long took Sabo back to the headquarters of the Revolutionary Army. Here Sabo made many new friends, and started to learn how to fight with Tyrant Bear, Ivankov and others. After training, they discovered that Sabo's talent is very good. The mind is spinning fast too. By the time Sabo was 15 years old, that is, see Circle Calendar 1515, his strength was already much stronger than that of the General Revolutionary Army cadres. Long began to focus on cultivating Sabo, brought him by his side, and experienced the darkness among many countries. Maybe it's a deep-rooted distaste for the decay of the current superior. Sabo very much agrees with the current thinking of the Revolutionary Army. So he was active on the battlefields all over the world a few years before Ace Luffy and the others. Start building a career in the Revolutionary Army. No. 2 Aokiji. Sure enough, war can sharpen a person's strength. Although this Sabo is in the same world as the other two, he stepped into the battlefield a few years ago, and now his strength is obviously higher than the two who are still working behind closed doors. Close black lens bracket. Number 2 Redhead. Sabo's heart is the most mature among the three, and he can accept the dark side of the world earlier. If Ace and Luffy come into contact with each other too early, and there is no one like Long watching, the value it is very easy to suffer strong shocks in outlook on life. I think it should be the best for the two of them to set sail when they are around 17 years old, close black lens bracket. No. 2 Sengoku. Mental health issues really need to be taken seriously. It doesn't even matter if they are weaker in front, after all, they are still young and have enough time to grow. No. 1 Sengoku. If you see it now, their destiny already has their own ideals they want to pursue. Then the next turning point in their fate should be related to some of their major growth, just like Akainu before. What did you do at each age group, and how did you become stronger so quickly? Open black lens bracket. No. 2 Golden Lion. Number 1 video seems to be planning to sail, close black lens bracket. After dealing with Alisia's affairs, Ren troubles omit to send them back again. After all, the boat that Ren liked was still in the wind. After returning to Windmill Village, Ren began to formulate a special training plan for Luffy. Garp is also really busy. Luffy's potential has already begun to be revealed. Exuberant energy is a good sign. In the end, he is still stocking up. Is he planning to make a lot of money? This is not bad, but if he can become stronger earlier, why not become stronger earlier? Oh. By the way, it should be to lay a good foundation first, so as not to grow too fast. Luffy will expand by himself, and sneak out of Windmill Village too early. Before the outlook on life is basically finalized, without a good teacher, it is indeed easy to be distorted by this sea of indistinguishable right and wrong. It seems that this is the only possibility. Although he often educates him with an iron fist, he is his grandson after all, and he still has his heart. Although it is not much, for a reckless man like him, he has done a good job. Open black lens bracket. No 1 Garp. Close black lens bracket. Ren examines Luffy's body a little. I found that although he is young now, he has a tendency to have excess potential. This shows that Luffy's talent is very good. The power of every cell is almost overflowing. Haven't been well guided yet, what a treasure. Let's first formulate a basic plan for 1-year training, 2-year second gear, 3-year fourth gear, and 4-year Haki Dachang. Domineering. Awakening. You have to take it step by step. No 2 rocks. So exaggerated. Is Garp's grandson so talented? Listening to Ren, words, many powerhouses were shocked. Rocks no. 1. I don't believe it if it's someone else, but if it's a monster like Ren, maybe he can really do it. In addition to being an omnipotent monster in all aspects, he also holds a living fruit that can stimulate the potential of the human body. Close black lens bracket. Advertisement. No. 2 Whitebeard. It's really scary. I can't understand what gears are what, but Haki has become a big success in 4 years. How old was that kid at that time? He's only 11 years old. It feels like a natural monster like Ant. No. 1 Whitehoo. Is there a possibility that he is a natural monster, and he has an extremely tenacious vitality, plus the Nika fruit of the Phantom Beast? It is no worse than any natural monster. Close black lens bracket. No. 2 Apu. This time I must not miss Ren's class again, and I also want to learn Haki. Learn a stronger exercise method. Supernova's Apu is very serious. It was because I didn't pay attention to Ren class before. 'Cause he didn't remember the Haki exercise in time. Now his bowels are turning green. Don't miss it this time. Not only him, basically. Everyone thinks so. Even top players can get a lot of inspiration from Ren exercise method. And the people below are extremely in need of that kind of effective exercise. In video no. 1. Ren first used the living fruit to stimulate Luffy's potential. Unleash its overflowing potential, although the process is a bit painful. But Luffy's will is not lost to Ace Sabo. Of course it worked. Luffy's strength has been greatly improved in a short period of time. Backquote: if you want to exercise physical skills, focus on actual combat. This point, Ace Sabo will leave it to you, and I will formally teach Luffy physical skills when the physical exercise is almost done. Leave it to us with confidence. Whoa, Ace Sabo, are you going to beat me up again? Idiot, change to another method this time. I will not use the Iron Fist education method of Grandpa Garp. Open black lens bracket Garp no. 2. It's a pity that such a good education method can't be passed down, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket no. 2 Sengoku. What a pity, can that thing work, close black lens bracket. Because Ren is determined to transform into a Marine King. So during this time, I basically lived in the Windmill Village. But go out a lot. It's just that I have returned to Windmill Village more times. Robin simply bought a holiday estate here. She arranged the manor very warmly. Time flows like water, and soon came the end of summer in Sea Circle Calendar 1510. Red hair pirates are roaming the world, they are unusually powerful partners. But some places have more important historical texts. Also look at Luffy. Last time Luffy said something contradictory. But at that time, they didn't have time to study it carefully, they just thought that Luffy might, Wong Hao, be scared and talk nonsense. There's a ship coming to port, it's the red hair pirates. Hearing this, Luffy hurried to the port. Shanks, Yuta, you are here. No, now I am going to be a marine, although you are my friends, but now I want to arrest you. Luffy alone. Put on a fighting stance. Different from another world. Luffy in another world at this time is very welcome to red hair pirates. But also this time, the redheads left Yuta in Alisia. But this world, Yuta is back. But it came back with trouble. Luffy, where is Ren big brother? Yuta couldn't wait to ask as soon as the boat docked. You beat me, and I'll tell you. Hey, Luffy, are you serious? Shanks said helplessly. Looks like Luffy meant it back then. It wasn't something she said out of shock. Of course, okay. Then Shanks gave Luffy his blessing, knocking Luffy down with a few bang-bang punches. It's been a while since I saw you, Luffy, your strength has grown a lot, you even escaped my first punch just now. Shanks said in surprise. Although it was just a casual punch, it didn't bring much power. But it can hide. It is enough to prove that the reaction is much faster than before. And at this time, Garp's ship also came to the port. B************ D Redhead, what are you doing here again? How dare you hit my grandson? Garp's voice came from the Doghead warship.